Everyone, welcome to the Honeyflow show. Sorry we're a little bit later. We are just on Instagram and so much technical difficulty. I don't know if I'm convinced with Instagram yet, to be honest with you. I like StreamYards better. I was just waiting for a sunny day. She's backstage. So let's bring her in here because we don't have tons of time, but I definitely want to bring her in right away. So let's bring in Sunnydae. Hey, how you doing?
Hi. Good. I have this crazy green screen behind me. Can you even hear me?
Yeah,
But you can
no, it
still
looks
see everything
perfect.
around me.
Yeah, it looks
You
perfect.
still see my
Everything.
situation.
I like your Marilyn Monroe poster there.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks good.
that's my best friend's.
It is? Okay.
It is. She hasn't got it back yet.
Oh man. See, listen to that voice, guys. The best voice in the world. So
Oh, thank
I
you.
see Anya in the building. Thanks for coming
Hi,
through.
Anya. I cannot see the chat at all. Am I
Oh, you
loud? Am
can't?
I not
No,
loud enough?
you're
I have
perfect.
to turn it on.
Yeah, you're perfect. We got Steph One Love in the building, Selectress
Hey,
Mistress Kush too.
everyone.
Good to see you guys. So we are just on Instagram. We were just talking about how she's from Baltimore and just some of the special things that happen in Baltimore with music as well. So you mentioned that you recently became a DJ about 4 years ago. So that's pretty recent. Um,
Really recent.
what made you decide to just become a DJ?
I think it was something I always had an interest in. I always tell the story about hi Miss D. Miss D is in the chat. That's my mama. I
Aw,
always
hey,
tell the
Missy.
story about how I probably was like 6 or 7, and I was obsessed with this lady on the radio. She would come on at night, and her name was LaDawn Black, and her voice was amazing, and she did the R&B, and that was Shamar. Hold on, Shamar. Hold. Okay, Shamar. Okay, that's Shamar.
How old is he?
Okay,
Did
I
you
don't know
ever
if you can
you
hear
bring
him.
him on? I couldn't
He
really
comes
hear
on
him.
all the time. He
Aw,
comes.
he's
Okay,
so
I didn't know if you
cute.
can hear him. He
I
comes on
do.
all the time.
What was
But
his name?
I tell the story. His name is Shamar.
Hey, Shamar.
You
Shamar?
want to come say hi? You can come say hello. Say
Hey.
hi.
Hi.
He's,
How old are you?
how old are you?
8 years
Can you
old.
hear?
So you must be like in grade two then, right? One or two?
What grade are you in?
Oh, second grade. Wow. That's amazing. Well, that's good. Are you gonna be like a DJ like your mom too?
Are you gonna be a DJ like me?
Amazing. Aw, he's so cute. I don't know if
Thank
boys like
you.
cute at all, but he's super cute.
Thank you.
Aw. He's like,
But
okay, get me out of here.
he's like all over here. He's like, nope, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
He's over. He's doing his homework, so he's
Oh, okay, that's
over here.
okay.
You good? All right.
We might need to interview him another time when we have more time
Ex-
too.
exactly. He's my producer, so he has
Oh,
to
that's
get
awesome.
involved.
So you were mentioning,
I
yeah.
yeah, I actually got into DJing. Just the interest of music just came from listening to my mother's boombox. So I must say, my mama was on her boombox, and I found what the record button did, the play, record, stop. I got really good at just navigating the box, and then I found out how to use the cassette tapes. So I took her cassette tapes, and it probably was maybe a Tribe set cassette tape. It might have been an LL Cool J cassette tape. We won't mention any of the other ones, but I took them, took the little white piece out, put it in there, and I started recording over, published cassettes. And that's pretty much where I just became obsessed. I started making my own playlist, and then as I got older, I just did it. And I don't know what made me just keep going. It was just started becoming an investment. I started investing more and more into it, and then I was like, maybe I should just do this. And here I am. I did it.
Wow. What made you decide to go on Twitch? Because you said you're fairly shy. So it takes a level of boldness to be in front of the camera, to do these shows.
Yes.
to face maybe some elements of criticism? Like because you said you're pretty shy. So how did you just jump on Twitch?
I'm very shy. I don't even know if I'm looking at the camera because I don't have it on, but I'm very shy. I actually was in DJ Q the mixologist chat, and I remember I would always talk with DJ No Spinner, and we were just talking about just like me streaming. And one day she was like, "You need to do it. You need to do it." I was like, "No, I'm shy. I'm shy." And then another day, Beautiful Soul Woman came in and she was like, "No, you need to do it. Try. You never know until you try." And I was like, "Oh, I'm just shy. I don't know. Streaming is not for me." And I looked into everything streaming. I'm one of those people, before I do something, I need to research, I need to get everything together. I did that. And then I kind of ran into just a DJ. Her name is DJ Raspy. Y'all follow her, DJ Raspy, Raspy. She pretty much just, it just came. I did not follow this lady at all. And her stream came up and it said that she was going to show how she hooks everything up, cameras, views. I watched it and I learned so much. And I tried it and it worked. So I just kept doing it, kept progressing. And I'm just shocked that I've come this far as far as streaming, because you see what this looks like. So I have no idea what I'm
You're
doing. I
doing
see what
very
this looks
good
like.
though. Like it's so crazy. Like I can't even believe you're shy. Like because the things I see on your show, it's like I feel like I'm shyer in areas with some of the things you do on your show. Like I'd be more shyer in those areas, but then you're out there and you're like dancing and comfortable in front of the camera. Like definitely more shyer I feel awkward in terms of that, but you just like let loose. You do your thing, you're dancing, like you don't care.
Do
So
you watch yourself?
yeah, I do. Yeah.
I don't watch myself.
Oh, you don't?
I do not watch myself. If I'm watching myself, then you would know. I'm not moving. I might just like you could tell when I'm watching myself. So
Oh.
it's been times where I have, you know, I said on Instagram, I like feedback. I love feedback. Give me the feedback because I'm learning. I'm still learning every day and just learning so much. One time someone was like, watch your stream while you're live. I did it and I literally almost just passed out. I had to keep cutting the camera off. So I do not watch myself.
Actually, that's a great tip. That's a great tip to other streamers. Like, I may try to do that. So you don't watch like how many people in your room, you don't watch yourself. Like that's what kind of
No,
stops me too from feeling like more freer because I'm just like, oh, that looks so awkward, or I look
I
awkward right
see the
now.
raid. If I
Yeah.
see a raid and it's a big number, I'm kind of like, and then just normal streams, I'm just streaming and I see everyone is coming through the chat. So of course I want to acknowledge everyone lurking, but I don't want to look at the number. I feel like I'm already shy, so I don't want to add anything else to it. And I want to act the way I would act around my family because I feel like I've grown such a big family on here. So I'm like, the way I would act around my family, we're dancing, we're partying. I'm telling awkward, crazy, stupid stories. I'm
Hmm.
telling everyone about how I got on Miss D's nerves and how I destroyed things like I washed her ground beef. Just it's funny things. And that's what the stories I would tell my friends. So I'm like, of course, I have to get comfortable and say it. How would I say it? How would I do this? No camera, no camera. I don't need any of that.
Yeah, I can trip you up. I just want to say hello to a few people quickly too. We don't have much time with Sunnydae,
Oh,
so I
hi,
want to
everyone.
try to get right into her questions too. But I'll just do a few shout outs. We got Miss D, which is
Hey,
Sunnydae's mom.
Mama.
That's
Hi,
awesome. We
Mom.
got DJ Tam Jams. We got Steph One Love.
Hi.
DJ Lenny Danger. He says, "Yeah, don't look at the number." Hey, we got DJ Double in the building. How you doing? Been a
Hey,
minute. Good
DJ
to see
Double
you.
O.
Double
That's
O,
DJ
yes.
Double O.
DJ Double O. We got DJ Tam Jams as well in the building. Oh, DJ Daja as well. Good to see you. We got
Hey,
Anya
DJ
from
Daja.
Minneapolis. It's a true fan and supporter of you.
I love
Some
Anya.
Yeah, so many great people. Selectress, Mistress Kush. Thanks for coming through, you guys. I see all of you, Chris Rhythms and everyone else. So Now that your son's there too, I'm curious too, how do you balance out motherhood and this industry like DJing and streaming? Because that's a lot.
I've learned how to multitask. I've learned patience. I've most definitely learned patience because when he wants me, he wants me. So that's why I stream at a certain time. I'm like, Dad, I really want to be on this raid. But I know the time, and he's more important when it comes down to that particular time. So if I have nothing to do during his school hours, I'm like, oh, yeah, let me get on this raid. I have to. But
Oh my
my
gosh,
streaming
he's so
schedule is
cute.
at a certain time. He's right here talking to me. He
I
has a
know,
question
he's
about
so
weather.
cute. He's so cute. He looks just like you. Like, I cannot believe the splitting image between you two. Wow. Like his big brown eyes. Oh my goodness.
Thank
Yeah. If you need a
you.
babysitter in Canada, let me know.
He said he's trying to go to Canada. He said he wants to go to California, New York, Florida. He wants to go
Wow.
everywhere. So
Wow. Well, he
New
he better
Jersey.
he better start a paper route. He better start working
Right.
then.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? Have you actually taught him some things on the controller, like DJing?
Yes.
And
Yes.
have you ever had him just do a show? Because, you push your kids out there, definitely. You'll get like Hype Train 30.
He
Not to say it's for that cause, but
just
how
like
can you tell?
me. Just like me, if I tell him like, "Hey, we're gonna go over DJ," I told him one time, he was like, "No, no, no, I'm scared." He was ready. He was like, "No, no, no, I'm scared." But now he's like, he's not on the mic. He's not on the mic. So he's like, DJ Marmar over here. He said he's on the video. He knows he's on the video because I have it right here. So he's talking, most definitely talking. But if it's time for him to go ahead and do his thing, as long as the camera's off, he did amazing. He did so good. I was his MC. We were going. When I was in the mic, remember I was in the mic and I was talking. I was like, yes, yeah, and
That's
you were
awesome.
playing all your favorite songs. Yeah. We have it. We a few times we've done that. So especially vacation time. So whenever he's on his school vacation, it's good for him to come have fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Not
good.
yet.
Hey, Candle Lady, we got Jules in the building as well.
The
Good to
St.
see
Patrick's
you.
Day.
And everyone else coming through. Thank you guys. If you guys have any questions,
Hi
definitely drop them.
everyone.
Yeah, definitely drop them
I
in the
don't see
chat.
everyone. Hi Jules.
Was
Shout out
there
to Miss D.
was there ever a time that you were really, really nervous? Like, do you remember, I guess, your first show and what that felt like compared to now?
My first show in like on Twitch.
Yeah.
Or just my first show that I ever did where I realized
Actually,
had
both.
stage fright.
Yeah, both, both. I'd like to hear that.
Oh gosh. I remember when I had stage fright. I don't remember exactly what grade I was in. It was in elementary, and we were in a choir, and I had a solo, and it went horrible. And I'm like looking at my mom, like I'm just thinking, like, why she ain't told me I can't sing? Why did she not tell me I could not sing? It was horrible. The kids were like, you can't sing. The next day. So I was kind of like, okay, I can't sing, but that's when I realized had stage fright. My palms were sweaty, and I probably could sing, but I was so nervous that it came out horrible. But first time getting on Twitch, it was the same thing. I was nervous, and I don't remember how many people were in my chat, but I forgot to turn the live off. And it was like 20
Oh,
minutes of me
shoot.
just walking around my house with my
Oh,
laptop,
no. And they saw
and
everything?
the camera's on, but I'm just like typing on my computer because I'm like just going through everything because I'm just getting used to it. I probably was on OBS, but yeah.
Well, at least you didn't change or anything in front of the camera. I know that happened to Eddie Boomart. He went from DJing to like putting on his top like for a work meeting, and everyone was sitting there having popcorn, laughing hysterically, like him
Oh my
changing. And I
word.
I would never do that in front of the camera. Forget that, because I'm always paranoid. I'm gonna leave my camera on too.
I knew nothing. I'm just like smiling. I was smiling. I sent the screen recorded the whole thing, sent it to my mother. I'm like, whoa, what am I doing? Just cheesing. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this. This is crazy. My son just said you're always cheesing. What? Oh no. Okay, so we gotta
That's
talk about it
funny.
later.
He's going to take over the
We'll talk about it
interview.
later,
I'm
I
going to have to
promise.
interview
Oh my
your. I'm
goodness.
definitely
We
going
have
to
to talk
interview
about it
him.
later because that's good. Yeah, he's telling me he's telling me some good information over here.
Oh my gosh, me and
All
your
right, go ahead
son
and
would
finish your
get
question,
along so
buddy.
well because me and him both yap. We would both get along very, very well. Yeah. So DJ Biz says, Honeyflow, I met Sunnydae at a meetup last fall. She's an amazing person. Oh, so you went
Oh
to a
my
meetup?
word.
What meetups
Yes,
did you go
yes.
to?
Oh, we had the meetup. DJ Chanel B had the meetup. It was a fundraiser for her best friend. So they raised money. It was fedoras and cigars. So of course all the DJs came round to Baltimore to just it was just amazing just to see everyone. They had a battle, of course, which was amazing because I felt like I was surrounded by celebrities. I'm looking like, wait a minute, I watched that person on Twitch. I watched them on Twitch. I watch them on Twitch. And even though it's like these DJs, they live in the city, them, and I'm not gonna say stalking them, but you're lurking, which is stalking, but you're lurking in their chats all the
Yeah.
time. I'm that person. I am a professional Twitch stalker.
Really? I
I
didn't know
lurk
that.
and I listen all the time because it's like I so many different DJs play so much and I can't chat. So I lurk and I have to listen to the music and then you just put it on audio. My day is set. I'm on radio all day. So
Yeah, that's so true. Isn't it
that
kind of
meetup was
funny how
amazing.
people perceive each other? Like you get nervous meeting certain people and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're kind of fangirling a bit or whatever you do. But it's funny because, and then I don't know if you've
Everyone.
had people do that to you. I'm sure you will soon enough. Like I just find it
Not
funny.
me.
I think
No,
it's going
no,
to
I'm
happen.
shy. Please stop.
No, no,
I
but it's
met
going to
so
happen to
many
you.
people. Oh my goodness, DJ. Oh my gosh. If I go down a list of everyone that I met, like my cheeks are gonna fall off because they're just gonna get pinker and pinker for real.
Mhm. Wow. So like I
George
know
is
I
gonna
always
stop
bug
laughing.
you going back to your voice. I know I mentioned that on Instagram, but I'm obsessed with DJ Sunnydae's voice, guys. Because again, people spend years in broadcasting to be able to do what she does. I don't even think she realizes like that potential. So I'm always bugging her all the time. But have you ever thought about like definitely doing voiceovers or maybe getting into radio broadcasting?
I started with drops. I when I started making, I learned, and then I was taught a lot of techniques about just producing tracks. So my hearing my voice is weird. So when people ask me about drops, I'm like, I don't know what y'all are hearing. To this day, I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah,
But
I better get a drop from you before you become too famous and forget
oh, of
about all us little people
course,
on Twitch. So I got to bug you
yes,
to get it as well. Yeah.
yeah.
So
It did start there.
don't you guys think she has an amazing voice? If you do,
Oh
throw
yeah, stop
some
it.
throw some hearts in the chat. If you
Oh
think
no, don't do that.
she has an amazing voice, throw some
Oh,
hearts in the chat.
stop.
Did you but did you notice like at any time that there was something special or not really? Like cuz normally we're our biggest critics, but did you ever think, "Hey, some people are giving
No.
me feedback here. Maybe I do have a nice voice or I like it." Like do you ever have that kind of moment where
Every day I'm just like humbled every day because even hearing it now, I feel like we've known each other for a long time.
yeah.
And it's like way over a year we've known each other. And you've been telling me that in DJ Miles has that so many phenomenal DJs say that. And I listen to their voice. I'm like, no, your voice is amazing. And I still do not hear it. And I'm just like every day my heart flutters, my cheeks are bigger. I'm like, oh stop.
Yeah, you should look
I'm
into that.
appreciative. Thank you.
Yeah, you should look into that. Everyone's throwing up chats right now. We got DJ Gritty. Thanks for coming through as well. 2 years almost. That's what Anya said too. And I know she's a
Yeah,
huge supporter,
yes.
always on your
I
show, which
love
is amazing.
Anya.
Yeah, we all love you, Anya. We love everyone in the
Anya's
chat.
amazing,
And I know
okay?
Anya's probably been on probably every show of yours, and
Yes.
uh, so
Yes.
that's
And I want to
awesome.
shout out to Miss D because she came on here like, what? You want me to what? I don't know. What do you want me to do? And I said, we're gonna learn together. She knows how to mod. way better than I could ever know how to mod. And I just want to thank Miss D. I want to thank everyone who's been just supporting me from the beginning. I want to shout out DJ Daja because he came on, and now this is, first of all, this is my second interview. And my
Oh,
first
really?
interview,
Oh.
I'm I'm shy, so it takes a lot to get me out. DJ Daja saw me on my first interview with Woman in Silence. I love Cookie, but I did my interview with her and I was just so nervous. And he saw me and he told me my voice is amazing, and that's how I got on KNR. So I'm actually on Kingdom Nubia Radio,
Oh,
and y'all can
amazing.
download Kingdom Nubia Radio, Kingdom Nubia Radio. Go ahead and download the app. You can go in there. Y'all can listen to everyone. I'm there every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I'm just so appreciative of that opportunity because I've never done radio, and he's helped me along the way. And I've learned so much about streaming and just my sound. And
That's so
yeah.
amazing. And did they find you like on Twitch or find you somewhere
Yeah,
else?
DJ Daja, he's in the chat
Oh,
right
oh,
now.
he did.
We
Okay.
actually talked about it. I found out I didn't know exactly where we like came in contact physically like the first day because I have CRS and my son's right here, so I'll say can't remember stuff. I certified I have CRS, so I write things down. So to ensure that like I remember, like I couldn't. I'm like, where did we meet? Where did we meet? I was in your chat.
Oh
Where did
yeah,
we
that's
meet?
right. Because he does radio out of London. He's from Ontario. Like does like full on radio, like a big radio thing here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
y'all get on Kingdom Nubia Radio.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you guys definitely do that. If you want to and if he wants to drop his links in this chat, by all means, go ahead and do that. He's another awesome DJ in person too, and it takes a lot to do radio too. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of expenses to keep it going. So make sure you guys support that cause as
It's
well.
a lot of work.
Yeah, it is definitely. So was there any like well, you kind of mentioned one time where you left the camera on. Is there any embarrassing
Mhm.
moments that you had on Twitch where you're like, "Oh
Oh,
man."
that was embarrassing. That was
Yeah.
embarrassing because it had views. It had a lot of views.
Oh, wow.
It was my
Okay.
first stream. It had a lot of views. So I'm like, okay.
Oh man.
So it was embarrassing.
Was there any time on Twitch where a raid came in and you're just like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just got this raid?" Like,
Every raid, honestly, every raid is crazy because when I come on, time flies. So I just get on and I see the raid and I'm just like, oh, first of all, when I get on, it's so many DJs on.
mhm.
So I'm thinking like, y'all about to raid me? Wait a minute. It's about to be some foolishness. Y'all, first of all, y'all know some foolishness in here. The camera's off, so I might not know how to act. We don't know what kind of day this is gonna be. We're just going with the flow. I don't ever set a playlist. So I'm like, we just going with the flow, and y'all about to come in here. Now I gotta act just accordingly. And then I'm like, okay, I can't. I can't. But then I get
Yeah.
nervous. So all the raids, I just get nervous because I'm like, first of all, it's new people coming in. A lot of times when I'm on, it's people that I know already. So it's kind of like we build a relationship. So
Mhm.
it's like they know I'm foolish and they know that I say foolish things. So when new people come in, I'm like, oh, hi, new friends. The same way I would be if you met me. I'm like, hi.
Yeah, it feels different when you have your
Nervous.
tribe there and then when you don't have them there, right? And then you have all these new
Yeah.
people as well come in. It just feels different. It feels more like you're at home, I think, when you have your regulars in there or your regular mods in there. You just feel like, okay, I feel more like myself. I feel more comfortable, right? With the
Yes.
same people coming through. Now, if you guys have any questions, guys, in the chat for DJ Sunnydae, I want everyone in the room to add her as well. Her link should be going up in the chat, hopefully through my stream elements. If it isn't, then
Hi,
just
DJ Lenny Danger.
yeah, just drop it in the chat if it's not coming up in my stream elements. We're going to be interviewing DJ Mythai in about 20 minutes as well. She's going to be coming in. She's from Philly. How you doing, Clarky? Good to see you as well. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, let me know. Oh, let's see here. DJ Lenny Danger says DJ Sunnydae was the only one who raised me when I was streaming. So what does that mean? There's some inside story there. Oh, wait.
I don't
I
know
don't
what
know.
kind of foolishness I did.
Oh, yeah?
Shout out to DJ Lenny Danger. If you ever come into the Sun Lab and you order the ribs, DJ Lenny Danger put his hands all over those ribs. So you get them extra large.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh,
rated.
okay. All
I
righty then.
remember when he went live for the first time. I was like, oh, we're gonna rate him.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I see DJ Mythai. Looks like she's a little early here too, which is
Hi,
great, which
DJ
is
Mai
good.
Tai.
Let's see. I'm gonna see if I wonder if I should bring her in now. I know I just want to finish up
Of course
the
you
50 minutes.
can.
I'm just gonna bring her in for 1 sec and then I'll
Of
continue with our
course.
interview too. Hey, DJ Mythai, how's it going?
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, good.
Hi, Sunny.
Hi.
I love your
I gotta
voice.
fix my banner here. So for all you guys that don't know, this
I
is
love you, DJ Mai
I
Tai.
love your voice.
yeah, this is DJ Mythai. I was going to continue a little bit with her interview too, just to learn a little bit more about her. I got to fix my banner because it's killing me here. But for all you guys that don't know, this is DJ Mythai out of Philly. We call her Jilly from Philly because she's so smooth, and she's definitely got a really, really great voice too. I'm going to try to
Thank
fix
you.
this. There we go. It's definitely my favorite too. So yeah, so we're just finishing up here. We got about maybe 15 minutes or maybe 10 minutes with DJ Sunnydae, of course, and then we're going to get to DJ Mythai, like learning a lot more about her as well. So yeah, if you guys have any questions in the chat for DJ Sunnydae, she's got about 10 minutes left with us. Definitely drop it. Isn't her son so sweet? This girl Xtina in the chat. Good to see you. Oh, there's your dog.
Hi, little puppy. Shout out to my sis, Electric Kush.
So good to see you guys. Yeah. So if you guys have any last minute questions for Sunnydae before we move on to DJ Mythai, that would be great. So where do you see yourself like for Twitch? I wonder if I should bring you out, Mythai, just for like maybe 5 minutes and I'll bring you back in again. Yeah, and I'll focus
Thank
on it.
you.
I'm gonna bring you back in. I'm gonna bring you back in though. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna finish this off because I know we only have about maybe 10 minutes left too, and then we're gonna get to DJ Mythai too. Let me put this back on here again.
This
Okay,
girl,
perfect.
Christina. Hey.
So, do you have like, do you see anything for Twitch, like where you want to go with your show? If you could have anything or do anything with your show, what would that look like to you?
Geez, I'm just having fun. I'm just having so much fun. So I listen to what everyone is saying, especially the community. We call the community the Sun Lab VIP. So of course, when you hit the door, you're VIP. And in the Sun Lab, I'm like, we're just gonna have fun. So of course, the menu was created mainly by the community, and of course, just everything. Most of the commands, it's just been created pretty much from the community. So I just want to keep it fun. I do not want Twitch to ever feel like it's just, oh, I gotta go do this, because I enjoy it. And I think a lot of times it gets taken too serious. And I'm like, no, I feel like a big kid. Twitch is for gamers. And this is my time to go be a kid. I'm about to act foolish. I'm about to have a good time. So I know a lot of people think partner me. I'm like, I'm just trying to have a good time. And if I ever get partner, I would just like, because that's a lot of people in your room.
You could tell you enjoy
So I
it
think that's
too.
what you look at. Yeah, that's I when I see streamers that have numbers 50, 60, 100, 200, I'm just like, they're staying up with the chat. Number one, I can't see. I cannot see. It says it on my driver's license. I cannot see.
Wow.
She cannot operate a car without her materials in her eyes. So I just I see the chats moving, and I'm just like, I can't even stay with the chat. So of course I have everything on audio. So I'm listening to these streamers. They're communicating, they're engaging, they're playing good music, they're having a good time. And honestly, the mods in the chat, they keep things going. So I just
Mhm.
want to continue to have a good time.
So true. Do you ever get surprised, like, because you don't look at the number, and that's a great thing to do. I think I may try that, like tape up the number. That way, it's like you're
Yeah.
feeling the
Don't
music, you're
wreck my
feeling your show, and
nerves.
you're not like
Mm-mm.
nervous. Like, especially it could kind of trip you up a little bit. Like, say if you have a huge rate of 100 people, and then it just goes down and it keeps going down. Not like I look at it too much, but when you see the number drop drastically, it could be like, oh man, what did I do wrong? It kind of mess
Mm-hmm.
with you a little bit, depending how you
Yeah.
feel. So I think that's a good idea to maybe cover it up and not look at, if you're seeing at your laptop, like just
Yes, I'd
not
see
looking
that
at it.
afterwards.
Yeah.
You can go into the stream labs afterwards and see every 15 minutes of whether the raid came in and how everyone went down. Of course, when they come in, I see the chat, so I see, okay, people came in. This is the raid number, and now I'm nervous, of course, because I have to go through. And I learned a trick. Shout out to DJ Drew Williams.
Hmm.
Shout out to DJ Drew Williams. I'm on Sunday Wind Down every Sunday because of him and his phenomenal Why Not Mod Squad. So shout out to him. He taught me that it's different ways to, like, if you can't see the chat and you don't want to be on your phone, find out different ways, different techniques to kind of distract. So I've started adding things to my stream to distract while I get my phone and I hold it right here and I
Hmm.
find all the names and I'm like, okay, just like this, close, okay,
Oh
okay.
yeah. Some
Oh, it's
DJs
bad.
say some DJs say they don't it's not good. Like they say I've heard in other interviews that when they jump in people's streams, they don't like DJs looking at their phones because it looks like unprofessional. So I always try hiding my phone. Like, but every streamer is different, right? How they conduct their show. Some people have like
Yeah.
four TVs, plasma TVs in front of them, right? And they're
Mm-hmm.
looking at the big chat. So I think everyone's kind of different how they do that and do their own show, right? If
Yes.
you guys have any helpful tips, what do you guys think? Like, throw them in the chat. Any helpful tips in how to do your show and how to keep up with the chat, or what do you do? Do you guys block out the number when you're playing? And
Oh,
do
dropping
you
the
also
phone.
block out yourself, maybe with video?
Mhm.
Do you, because you mentioned that earlier, that she mentioned that she doesn't watch herself dance, which I think that actually might be a great idea too, not look at yourself, because it does trip you up. You're like about to let loose and you're like, oh, I look
Yeah.
awkward here,
Yeah. They
So
know they got 20 minutes. My needs are good for 20 minutes. And then after the 20 minutes, I need to either cut the stream off or I will sit down. So you got 20
yeah.
minutes and my knees are good. And then we're good. We do a good countdown to get to the good moment on when we're going to act up. And then my knees are bad. I'm out of breath. We're saying goodbye. We're raiding out. I'm on the floor. 20, 30, 40 minutes later, I drag myself up. And then, yeah, we're good. Turn the camera off. It'll
I
work.
feel like you're
Trust me.
smooth
Trust
though.
me.
I don't feel like you have those. Do you ever have like a nerdy moment online? Like you just seem so smooth when you do your show, You're just like, "Hey, how you guys doing? This is Slow
That's
Jam
my
Hour
life. My
with
life. I'm just a
Sunnydae."
nerd. I'm just a nerd. I am.
Yeah.
That's my life. The kid that played with their Barbie dolls and Pokemon. I most definitely had all my Pokemon. Watched wrestling all the time. Obsessed with wrestling.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm just a nerd. Like action figures. When I found out my son was in the action figures, I was like, oh my gosh,
Do you ever
my
go to
life.
Comic-Con or anything? I don't know if you guys have
I
that
don't
in
do.
DC.
I'm a Cancer. I'm
Okay.
a Cancer.
Uh-huh.
I don't do big crowds, so we do concerts where there are seats and you stay in your assigned seats, but we don't. No. Now I'll do like hair conventions. I'm like, if it was something like a hair convention, it's not going to be extremely packed in
That's
there. It's
cool.
moving room, but
Yeah.
I can't do that. No.
Okay. Now we got a few questions here. DJ Born two times
Now
says,
tell us a joke.
what are your thoughts about Kick? Are you familiar with Kick, the app?
I just found out about Kicking the last 24 hours, and I just created my account the last 24 hours, DJ Sunnydae, no space.
Yeah, I just found
I
out
just
about
created it 5 hours ago.
it. Kind of seems, I don't know if it's strictly for DJs. I think it's for streamers, right? I don't know. I just found out about it recently too. A lot of
I have
Twitchers
zero
and
knowledge.
yeah, a lot of Twitchers are moving there, like kind of doing both. So that's interesting. And then Derek, thanks for the question. DJ born 2 times. Derek also asks, let's see, will I see, and I'm going to ask Mythai that too. I'm pretty sure she'll be there. Uh, will he see you at the club? Is it Quarantine or CQ3? Is that Club Quarantine?
I don't know. I don't know
You
what
don't
that
know?
is.
Oh,
No,
okay. It's okay.
I'm
Actually,
not
no.
sure.
He asked Mythai,
I
and
don't
then
think that was for me.
Stina.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I don't think that's for me.
Okay. I need my glasses, guys. Let's see here. I'm just looking. Any other questions, you guys? Make sure you drop them in the chat. Yes, I was going to ask
Shout
you
out to
that
everyone in
too.
there.
DJ Lenny Danger asks, who's your favorite wrestler?
Oh, my word. Okay. It's seasons. It changed by seasons. The first wrestler
Wrestler.
I fell in love with. The first one, gosh, it was Gold Dust. I was always obsessed with Gold Dust because he was just so weird and so much fun. And then, of course, I navigated to Jeff Hardy. Then, of course, everyone was into The Rock. I love The Rock, but Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah. Stone Cold Steve.
Yeah, and then of course times change, and of course Kurt Angle came out. I was a huge Roman Reigns fan, and now he's lost his mind. So now we're just gonna take that back. Geez, and then don't get me started in the ladies. The ladies just do it, but I'm one of those girls. We like the fighting because we know it's fake. It's fake. And Shamar said, because we fight for justice. That's right.
That's
And we
right.
know it's fake. It's fake and it's fun. And the storylines are so stupid. And I just Gold
I
Dust
think
was the
when I was
first
younger,
one.
I didn't think it was fake. When I was younger, way, way younger.
Oh no,
I
I know
actually
I
thought it
didn't.
was real. Oh, you did? I actually
No, I
thought
think
it
my
was
mother told
genuine.
me. I think we didn't talk for a while. I think she told me and we didn't talk for a while because she did that. Yeah. She
Oh,
likes to do
yeah?
stuff like that. Just
Did you ever watch that
it's like
show? I don't know
what?
if it was called Diva something. It was like I like that show. It was like that reality show with all the female wrestlers and then their
I
boyfriends. They were all
did.
dating
It
everyone
did.
in the industry and the twins. What's their
Yes.
name? I can't
Yes.
remember their name.
Yes.
So
It'll
they're
come
my
to
hero.
me.
Because
Wasn't the best,
Bella,
you
no,
know,
Bella
with
something.
those girls. I really didn't feel them too much, you know.
Oh no?
They're
Okay.
and they know they were amazing wrestlers.
Hmm.
Not my cup of tea.
Oh,
They
okay.
had too much going on.
Yeah.
You know, their storyline went back and forth. So
Oh,
I disliked them more than I liked them. So
that's
therefore their
it.
name
I like
Nikki
them.
and Brie
I was like,
Bella.
they look
Come on,
good.
Miss
Like
D. Come on,
they
Miss
got the
D.
good wrestling build. They weren't too
Miss D
thick,
just put it up there.
like
And
big.
listen,
Hmm.
Miss D just put it up there, so Miss D knows. So
Exactly. Nikki and Bella. Have you ever gone to like a wrestling match at all? Live?
Mama took me. I don't know if what was it a holiday, Miss D? She might have to put it in the chat. I don't remember, but she most definitely took me. I was a child. It was extraordinary. I do not remember,
Oh,
but I'm pretty
wow.
sure I had a great time because if I didn't, I would remember that.
So how are the dynamics between I think it's extra special when you have family on your show, and for all you guys that don't know in the room, Misty is her mom. Like, I think she's so cool because I
Yes.
remember talking to your mom in your chat rooms, and I would have never known in a million. You guys look like sisters, first of all. Um,
She's so much fun.
yeah, what are the dynamics with that? Like just having family on your show, and do you ever kind of like butt heads at all, or are you always in agreement? Because she's on your show helping you, right?
I'm appreciative of her, most definitely. Go take this. Yeah. Say, hold on, I'm giving it to my grandmother. I am appreciative of her mainly because she did not have to get on, but I'm her baby, so she got on. She was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get on. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna get on." And she learned. and she did not have to, because it was just something that I was like, I'm just gonna do. Whatever I did in my life, one thing that I could say, she's always was like, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna be amazing at it. I'm gonna support you. I'm going to support you. And I'm gonna be honest. If it's something that you're gonna need to work on, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna figure it out. But I will support you. So I'm just blessed to have her. My family actually does come on, like my aunt would come on, like
Oh,
especially
I
in the
love that.
beginning,
Yeah.
they came on. And then of course Shamar just being on is
Oh, he's
amazing when
gonna have
he
his own
comes
show.
on.
I'm gonna interview your
Yes.
son. Yeah, he's a cutie.
My god sister, my best friend. I'm like just having everyone in the chat, and even if they can't come in, they have no idea what you're doing, no idea, but they go in and they chat. They say hey. They don't know how to add people because they have no idea, but they do it. So shout out to Miss D. I love
Yeah, shout out
her.
to Miss D. Throw some hearts up for her mom, you guys. Throw up some hearts for Miss
She
D
got
as
on like
well.
I don't know what's
That's
happening.
hilarious. DJ Lenny Danger says, my mom came to my stream one time and left because I was saying no, no words. Huh? No, no
Oh
words.
no,
Oh, no, no words. Okay. Like
cussing.
bad words. Yeah. And never came back. That would be my mom. Although my mom did everything in the book, that would be my mom.
I was
It's so funny.
nervous, and she knows me better than anyone else. I've honestly, like, my mom's my best friend. We
Yeah.
just built this relationship together where it's like I could talk to. She always made that relationship where no matter what it was, if we want to talk about something, let's talk about it. So coming to her, getting advice on whether I should do it, of course, I knew she would say, "No, you're gonna do it. Why not do it? Of course you could do it." But in my head, I was like, let me just talk to her. Let me see what she says. And she's like, do it. It's going to be
Nice.
amazing. And I'm like, oh, I need you to do this. And she's like, what? No, I didn't. Well,
Mhm.
I didn't sign up for that. But she is still here. She quits every stream. She's still
Wow.
here. She
Would
quits every stream.
would there be anything on your DJ bucket list that you would want to do if you had no holds bar? Like you could do anything you wanted to do. What would that look like to you?
Oh gosh, I'm just getting started. I don't know. I'm just getting started. I just want to continue to learn and just grow.
Like what about DJing in a wrestling arena? You know,
Oh,
that'd be,
wait,
that would be cool.
listen. Oh my gosh. No, that wouldn't
No?
happen. You'll hear no music. You're not hearing the music.
No,
The
I know,
music's
but I
not
mean,
happening.
you got to
I'm
use your
watching the
imagination.
match.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's
watching
true.
the match. That would not happen. I'm watching the match. I see me right now. If it's something I'm into, oh no, 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 no. Like my sleep, my food, and my good TV. So if that includes like wrestling or ratchet TV, I'm focused. I'm focused.
What ratchet TV do you watch? I'm curious.
Oh,
Like
let's
some
see.
reality TV, like Love and Hip Hop, is that
Yeah,
considered
of
ratchet?
course. Love and Hip Hop, Married to Medicine. They have this new SWV
Ooh.
Escape, or no S is it SWV Escape? I think it's SWV Escape. I'm debating up and down on whether I'm gonna watch that. Um Basketball Wives, all the stuff where they just do things and spend money that I don't have. It's not my life.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
watching it, you're like, don't do that, girl.
It's probably not even their life either.
Which is
Hey,
fine because they're getting a coin.
yeah, exactly. I think we need sirens. This is where I need to work this out. Burp, 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 burp. Hey, you guys, thanks for coming through. We got Yo JD that just came in with a raid of 21 people. Welcome, you guys.
Hi.
Thanks for coming through. Mistress
Hey,
Kush for
y'all.
setting this up as well. Yo JD, thank you for raiding in. I missed your show because I was on with Sunnydae on Instagram, but I wanted to catch you as well. So I'm going to catch you another time. I see everyone coming through in the building. Before I say hello to everyone, I'm going to wrap up actually with DJ Sunnydae and bring on
Hi,
DJ
everyone.
Mythai. Actually, I think DJ Mythai, I'm going to wait until she comes back from, I see her backstage, but I'm going to wait until she comes back on the camera. No rush. So I'll stay with you guys. Actually, maybe I'll do a few quick shout outs here. Let's see, we got Johnny in the building. Of course, Derek was with us. DJ Jonah, Clarky, Who else is, Anya's been with us. Steph One is with
Oh,
us.
yeah.
DJ Lenny Danger. Thanks again, Mistress Kush. Who else? We
My
got DJ
sister,
Jen
Mr.
Jen in the
Kush.
building.
Hey,
Okay, so here's
boo.
Mythai coming back here. Okay, yeah, and everyone else, thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you guys. For all you guys I don't know, interviewing DJ Sunnydae all the way from Baltimore. So make sure everyone in the room
Hi.
adds her. And then also we got DJ Mythai coming up in just a minute or two. I go by DJ Honeyflow. I do a talk show on Wednesday nights. Also do a motivational show, and I do a few music shows. So feel free to follow. Make sure you guys follow all these women because you won't see their shows online unless you follow them. So definitely hit the follow. They're pretty much invisible if you don't follow. So definitely hit the follow tab. Now, my last question before I bring on DJ Mythai is what would be on your life bucket list besides DJing? If you had like maybe a month to live, like what would you
Oh,
want to do?
gosh.
I know it's a deep question, but I'm always
Yeah.
curious. Is there anything you would want to do with your
Ooh.
family?
I don't know. I think I would probably get Miss D to go skydiving with me. I went skydiving. It was
Ooh,
amazing. So I probably would get Miss D to go skydiving with me. I'm like, we were doing this together, honey. Let's go.
sky. So you're like kind of a bit of a daredevil then, pretty much skydiving.
No, no. It was a birthday gift from one of my aunts, and I don't know what made me do it, but I did it, and I love roller coasters.
Oh
So
wow, that's
yeah,
amazing.
and then I finally did it.
That's awesome.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
He needs to come on the
Okay.
show. I'm telling you.
He's over
I love
here.
your
He's over
son.
here telling me a whole situation right now
I want to
about him
babysit
getting on a
him.
roller coaster.
He's so cute. Does he not look like DJ Sunnydae, guys? Like he's like a splitting image. I don't know if boys like to be called cute that much,
I
but
think you got to look right here in the camera so they can see us. Cause
yeah.
can you see us?
Hey, can you see me?
I'm a little baby.
You got to come to Canada.
So you have to come to Canada.
I think I know someone else.
Mhm.
I know someone else in grade 2.
He said to go see LeBron James and Billie Eilish. Do they live in California or Canada?
Oh wow,
Okay.
Los Angeles. Okay.
He wants to do other things.
He needs the
Thank you
mic.
so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. I'm going to have you on definitely another time if you'd like to come back on, because I know we had a
Of
bit of
course.
difficulty on Instagram and started a bit later on Twitch. But thank you so much, DJ Sunnydae. Make sure everyone
Thank
in
you
the
for
room adds
having
her.
me.
You guys, she's super dope.
Hi,
She very
everyone.
down to earth and does an amazing show, puts a lot into it, and by far has the best, I'm going to say female voice. I'm in love with her voice. She's got such a great voice.
Oh,
So we got 2 women
you.
on this panel that like, I want to swipe their voices. So I'll definitely let you go then. And thank you for joining me again. DJ
Thank
Sunnydae, you guys,
you.
add her.
Bye.
And
Say bye.
yeah, see ya. I'm going to bring in DJ Mythai.
Thank you. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Take care. Sunnydae. I'll see you soon in these Twitch streets. Take
Yes.
care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh, hey. Okay. Now, oh, whoops. I was going to give you an intro, but that's okay. I think I hit the button too soon. So, you guys, this is DJ Mythai, all the way from Philly. I always call her JILLY from Philly because she's so smooth, and she truly is. She rocks the hairstyles that I love. And also just her shows are very unique and original. So it's going to be interesting having a conversation. If you guys don't know DJ Mythai, make sure you guys are adding her. Are you born and raised from Philly?
I am Philly to the bone, full out. I'm a Philly Joan, as we would say.
Now, what would you say about Philly that people, and you guys, can you guys hear her? She sounds a little low on my thing. I think I could hear you. Okay. What can you say about Philly that's special? If people haven't visited there, what would what does Philly represent to you? What can you say to people?
I would go here first, but it's fine. Many years ago, there was an article in, I don't know, some magazine or paper or whatever, and it listed the fattest cities. And Philadelphia was one of them.
Oh, really? No
Yes,
way. That's not true.
because of the
Seriously?
food. The food.
What?
We've got some really good food here. You know, we are the home of the cheesesteak. So, you know, and tasty cakes and Philly soft pretzels, water. It's like, listen, come for the people, stay for the food. Stay
I
for
would
the
say more
food.
Texas and Florida. Like I would think more southern places because they have portions are big in the South, right?
Mhm.
But that's interesting.
Oh,
Philly,
yes,
okay.
we have everything here. I mean, Philadelphia, like many other cities, is very multicultural. So we have, you know, lots of different cultures represented through the food here in the city. And definitely, you know, definitely foods that we are known for. Don't ever go anywhere in this country and order a cheesesteak unless you're getting it from here,
From
because you
Philly.
will be disappointed.
Yeah.
The
I feel
end.
like I feel like you represent Philly very well, just like your style. Like some pictures I look at you, of you like on Instagram and stuff, and you just kind of have this edgy, kind of sultry kind of vibe, and that's what I picture. Because isn't the Soul Fest and a lot of like what type of artists are coming out of Philly? Isn't
Oh
it
my
like
gosh.
Bahamadia and music? And I could be wrong, but like a lot of
Yes.
different artists.
I love that you went back to Bahamadia, but you definitely Bahamadia. I'm hot at turn this, you know. Definitely Bahamadia. Um, Black Thought, the Roots.
Oh, the Roots.
Enough said. Listen, Black Thought can freestyle for me any day and twice on Sunday. I
Yeah,
freaking love Black Thought. Oh my gosh. But
yeah.
definitely, you know, the whole neo soul scene, you know, Jill, of course.
Yeah.
Um, Floetry, obviously
Oh, poetry.
from the UK, but you know, they really set their roots here. There's also Patti LaBelle.
Oh,
Lots of older groups like the Jones Girls. You know that they sing Nights Over Egypt, right? So there are like Philadelphia is a musical city, like a true musical city. So that's one thing for sure that that Philly is definitely known for. And if people don't know, once artists start to share, it's like, oh wow, from Philly too, right?
yeah.
So we've got a ton of amazing artists here. We've got that Philadelphia sound, you know, like how they say the Motown sound in Detroit.
Yeah.
There's there's that Philadelphia sound with Gamble and Huff, right? So we've got just really historical musical roots here. So it's just incredible. Like that's one of the most amazing things about the city. It makes me really proud to be from here and to actually have an opportunity. I'm hot. Have an opportunity to just participate in the musical, just in music in my city, in some small way, right? So, yeah.
That's so true. We got hey Stirs to Soul. I see you came through the building. Twitch is our radios from Philly. I hope one day maybe you guys can meet as well. Hope to meet her too.
Yes.
Philly,
Oh,
I always want to do the Soul Fest because you guys had like Anthony Hamilton and music, and I guess you have a Soul Fest every year. I really want to go to.
so no, we have the Roots Festival.
Oh, the Roots. That's it. Roots Festival.
Let me tell you one thing about the Roots Festival this year. I mean, the Roots Picnic, excuse me, not festival. The Roots Picnic this year is going to be a freaking amazing. First of all, Lauryn Hill is one of the headliners. Diddy, The Roots, Ari Lennox, Beanie Siegel, that whole state property is going to be a state property reunion. Beanie Siegel Freeway, Young Guns, P Crack. It's going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be crazy.
I
I
might
did not.
drive out. When is it? When is it?
It is the first weekend of June, June 2nd through the 4th. June 2nd
Okay.
to the 4th.
And are you going?
You
Did you
sure
buy
are,
tickets?
DJ Ginger. I haven't bought tickets yet, but I will buy my tickets ASAP before they run out.
Yeah,
Now,
because they're selling
yeah, the
for
fancy
hundreds of dollars.
VIP tickets, that's out of my budget.
Oh,
However,
everything's out of my budget. It's so out of the budget now. You may as well just go on YouTube and watch these artists because the artists are making their money after the pandemic and DJs.
exactly,
Everything's like triple. Hey, Disco
exactly.
Darren, I see you as well.
Disco Dairy Groove Evening.
Everyone else, Junior, Witches, we got Anya, everyone in the building, Candle Lady. I see all of you guys. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Clarky.
Yes, Derek.
And everyone else. Thank you guys for coming through. Father Damien, good to see you as well. And everyone else coming through. So I know your story seems pretty interesting because you're pretty recent at DJing, right? So how long has it been that you've actually been DJing for?
Let's see. Oh, June of 2020.
That is amazing. I think you're going to be able to help a lot of people and give because a different perspective from other DJs I interview that have like 40 years experience. But I was going through your bio and everything you've done in the last couple of years, and I'm telling you, you should be really proud of yourself because I don't know too many DJs that have gone as far as terms of real-time gigs, and some of the stuff you've accomplished is pretty incredible in the last couple of years being a startup DJ. So what landed you pretty much just to do a show on Twitch and actually start DJing too?
Well, first, yes, Christina, I am for the former Unheard DJ. Thank you. Yo, JD. I usually do that with an echo. So Christina wrote the former Unheard DJ, and this is a great transition. When I first started, I was super duper nervous, much like many people. And so, shout out to CQ. CQ brought me and this girl Christina together, along with Jen Honeybee, that's Jen B, and Deborah. And they were my rock. They were my crew, my support system. We call ourselves the best damn group chat ever. And so we'd just be up, it's a pandemic. What else was going on but being awake? Shout out to D Nice for keeping us awake. And so I got my first controller and, just messing around, just trying to get a feel for it and, what it feels like to choose music and to mix and transition for the very first time and just, getting a feel for it. And so I'm like, I want to share this with somebody. I just want to get some feedback, just to let, just get somebody to hear me. And thank you to the best damn group chat. Christina was always up. Shout out to her and Team No Sleep. Always up. So whenever I was up and I wanted to be like, hey, could you listen? She was right there listening. So thank you, Christina. That's my girl, Christina. Different than this girl.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's amazing too. This girl, Christina, supportive on other women too. Yeah,
absolutely. And she shared her bed with me. I was a lonely homeless child for CQ Atlanta. And she said, get down here. I got on a plane and she said, you stay with me. And she took care of me. And that was so sweet and kind and beautiful of her.
Didn't they drag you on a plane? So maybe you need to explain the story a little bit more because this girl Christina explained it when I interviewed her. You guys didn't meet in real time yet. So maybe explain a little bit more how they called you and they're like, look, you need to come,
Yeah. Well, yes, we definitely snuggled. Stop it, Sheba. So I had literally just moved back home to Philly from Louisiana. And, I'm sitting, it was like, oh, I really wanted to go. I want to go to CQ Atlanta. And then it was just like, I just got back. What am I doing? I'm talking to Christina and Allie, XO Allie Youth. We're in the car. Were you guys in the car? Either in the car at dinner. Either way, I'm talking to them. And I'm like, oh, I want to go. And Christina's like, get on a plane. Just
That
get on a
sounds like
plane
her.
and come. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, come on, come down here, get on a plane. I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I'm like, I think I have some points. So I checked my credit card. I have my miles. I was like, I have miles. I think I can do this. So I had the miles. I did my trip, and I left the very next day.
Mm-hmm.
I moved in. What was it? So CQ was on a Saturday. I moved in on Friday. I got here Friday, I think, and hopped on a plane Saturday morning. Flew to Atlanta, and my mom is in Georgia. So, got to tap the mom card. Hey, mom, can you pick me up from the airport and take me to hang out with my friends? And she did, just like moms do. So picked me up and took me to meet Christina at the show. And it was nothing but the universe making sure that neither of us had to go fishing around for the other one. So as I'm walking in, Christina was like walking toward where were you walking toward the gate? Or no, she was outside of the venue. And I was like, Christina, we were like, oh my God.
Were you guys a little nervous meeting each other like in real time?
I don't think so.
No,
it was just
that's
like,
cool.
they were on the way to car to dinner. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I wasn't nervous. It was like a surprise that we were literally right there at the right time. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that
that's
we could
good.
run into each other. So
Yeah,
it was awesome. It was a really great time.
that's
It was a
awesome.
really good time.
And
So.
I didn't know that you lived in Louisiana. That's actually new. How long were you there for?
Oh, I was there for about a year. That's where these two little grubbers came from.
Oh yeah, I think Clarky wants to see them, but I know last time you picked up your dog, they're like like that.
So that's my daughter's dog, who's the troublemaker. She's the one who's always, making lots of noise. Mine are boys, and they're just so like snuggly and borderline mean, but that's okay.
So how did you how do you find like coming back to Philly? Like those are two different worlds, like Louisiana and Philly. Like you like being back?
I needed to come back because I was out there alone. Mm-hmm. So I just didn't feel safe out there alone. So everybody was back east. My daughter's here, my grandson's here, and I missed my family, so and my friends. So it was like, get back to the east by any means necessary. And by any means necessary, I mean I drove through a tropical storm to get here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, there was so I moved back in 21. So in 2021, the end of August, there was a storm, a hurricane that came through Louisiana. It was a really bad one, but I was packing up to move. And so this is Bo. Christina put their names in the chat. She also named my dogs.
Oh, did she?
My dogs, yes.
They're so cute.
Yeah, this is Bo, and Luke is sitting on the floor. I got them from the Louisiana Animal Shelter. They were 9 weeks old. I was looking for some little buddies to hang out with me while I was there by myself. So, and they were just snuggled up. It was 3 of them. I feel like I'm going all over the place, but anyway, there were 3 of them left. There was a litter, I believe, of 9, and there were 3 left. Bo and Luke, and there's one other one, and that one was already adopted. And guess what it was? Free adoption day.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't have to pay to adopt them. So I was like, the universe is working in my favor right now. And so I pick up Bo, and I was like, oh, you're so cute and snuggly. And I look at Luke, and I'm just like, I can't leave you there. I have to take both of you. Well, there you go.
Wow.
So I took them both. They were some cute little grubbers, and yeah, They're mine.
That's awesome. Well, it looks
But
like you.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was trying to find a brother or friend, a duo names. And so we were I was just like trying to run some different names by everybody. And then Christina was like, Bo and Luke. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, we're in Louisiana, so I'll spell it the French way. So that's how
Aw.
they became Bo and Luke. Bo and Luke Cajun. This is Luke.
Aw, they're so cute. Clarky says Double Trouble, love them.
Yeah.
Anya says that would be me. I love animals. Twitches
Yeah.
is like fur babies. Like
You
the
got
barking in the background, I actually thought it was Twitches. I didn't realize it was your dogs. So,
that's my daughter's dog. That's the other one that I showed you guys the other day.
she's gonna kill me. I'm just joking. She bugs me a lot. I'm bugging her back. Oh, Clarky says a Creole dog.
Creole dog. Yeah, because I got him from Louisiana. So
Oh, oh,
Cajun.
I get it. Oh, that's good. And I heard lots of animals. I mean, it happened a long time ago, but from the major hurricane, I heard lots of animals, and a lot was like left, like a lot of animals and everything ages ago, years ago, right? Yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
That is sad. That's
Yeah.
really sad.
But one thing I've noticed about you, just from what you're telling me, I feel like would you consider yourself like a risk taker? Because you've gone through a lot of changes. Like,
I don't know. I don't think so.
no?
I feel like, well, nah, a little bit. Not to. I'm not jumping out of a plane. I'm just not doing that. I thought about it, saw the really bad side of it, and was like, I'll pass on that. I used to want to bungee jump and all that, and then I was like, I don't think so. I think I'll be okay.
Risk taker in a way that I mean that you just started DJing in 2020. You jumped on and you did a show. I've been checking out some of your real-time gigs. You just jumped in there and like did gigs. Now you're saying that you lived in Louisiana, then you moved, then you bought like these animals too. Like, to me, I feel like not necessarily a risk taker jumping out of planes, but it seems like you have a level of boldness to just accept change. A lot of people, like, it's hard for them to accept change,
Yeah.
But for you, it seems like you're a bit of a risk taker that way in terms of jumping in and trying new things.
Yeah. Sometimes I do have to like kind of push myself over the edge. It's those moments where I'm just like, I really wanna, and then I have to remind myself, just freaking do it. It's not gonna hurt anybody, and who cares? So I just freaking do it. But sometimes, yeah, spontaneous.
Maybe that's the word.
Yeah. Sometimes I definitely want to make sure I get get myself a dopamine hit or some endorphins going. So, I just jump in. Right.
Yeah.
And DJing has as of late has been that dopamine hit that I need because from real life and work and all that. When I DJ, that is when I DJ and my grandson are two things that make me smile from the inside, that I really absolutely love and have to make, and like I actually in the moment recognize that I'm really smiling from the inside. You know what I mean? And not that other things don't make me smile or anything, but those are two things where I'm just like, I'm full and loving it. So
yeah, that's awesome. Now Stirs has a great question. I miss seeing you, Stirs. I miss seeing you on my show for sure. So it's good to see you tonight. So Stirs de Soul says, DJ Mythai, what about the Twitch community surprised you the most? And how have you surprised yourself in your Twitch experience? Great question.
Yeah, well, Stirs, one of the things that surprised me the most about the Twitch community is that you are my favorite soul stirrer. That is a big surprise to me. I'm kidding. From the beginning, just how open and welcoming people were, that was actually a surprise to me. You know, it's I've been in spaces where people aren't so like, hey, everybody, we're all together. Let's do this together. Let's help each other. Let's support one another. And it has been, that has been one of the things that surprised me the most. And that is the thing that keeps, that I know kept me coming back prior to being at work all the time. But that's one of the things that kept me coming back, right? People just being so open and willing to help, willing to support. But even outside of that, just having a freaking good time, like just the laughter that happens in these virtual spaces is just incredible. And as a grown-up, never in a million years would I have thought that I would be on Twitch, number one, but just on the internet, hanging out, chatting and laughing and just enjoying the time and space in a virtual world, right? And so that's been really surprising, but so welcoming and appreciative.
Does any of your family and friends think it's strange? Like, how can you connect? Because all my friends are like, saying that to me right now. Like, they just do not understand how you can connect with people in this online world. And they're like, you don't know what they do in real time, right? So how can you feel connected to people, But I feel like it's a unique place. Do you ever have that feedback, like from friends or family?
So it's funny, no one has ever said it. But I will say one of the things that surprised me, and it wasn't necessarily Twitch, but thank you, sirs. You too. One of the things that surprised me but made me so warm and gooey inside was my mom. One day she said, and you know what, girl? We were having a conversation before we hung up. She said, you know what, girl? I said, what? She said, she said, I see you on what is it? My mom is so old school. She's like, she calls it Instagram.
Oh, that's cute.
She said, and I see you on that Instagram DJing. Girl, you do that. She said, you do that. I couldn't do it, but you do that. I love it. I'm proud of that. I was like, okay, well, thank you, Pat.
That's awesome.
Was a surprise. And I'm like, I know my niece put her, like, because one day I saw that my mom was following. I was like, why is my mother following me on the internet? This is weird. Because if you know my mom, and we talked about it on that Rising Queens conversation, Ginger and I were talking about us being church girls. And my mom is so holy. She is the
what?
Holy.
You guys? No way. No, just joking. There's no way. I hear some of the songs you guys are playing. That throat song is still in my head. That throat song. It's still like in my head to this day. Even if I go to church, guys, I'm hearing that song. I'm like, get that song out of my head. I shouldn't be thinking about this right now. Well, not like I'm thinking about. Anyway,
well,
you know what I mean. That's so funny. But you and Jen, I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying that one. I don't know. I gotta talk to your moms. That would be hilarious.
Yes, indeed.
She will tell you.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Stockings and bobby socks and dresses and sitting in the church pews.
Really? And your mom listens to your show. That's awesome. I think all our moms would get along quite well.
I'm gonna have to do a set for her, a gospel set for her, so she can.
That's hilarious. Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, your family sounds interesting. They sound great. I couldn't have my mom on the show. I'm glad she doesn't use the internet. She would embarrass me. So there's no way I would have my mom. I'm so glad she doesn't know how to navigate the internet. So. Oh man. But they are watching. She's probably watching you a lot more than you think,
Maybe.
Yeah.
People do come out of the woodwork. I met with some friends recently And one of the guys, he's like, yo, Ty, I'm seeing you on IG. I was like, do you follow you? Like, you're in there? He was like, yeah, whenever you're on there, I pop in. I was like, really? Oh, well, thank you. I had no idea. Now, I also don't go on IG anymore. So that's not happening.
Because I remember you're pretty persistent too. Like, you got kicked out, I don't know how many times, and you just kept going and going and going. You wouldn't stop. And I think that's when I messaged you and learned about you, because I'm like, I feel sorry for this girl, man. Does she know what Twitch is? So I'm explaining Twitch to Mythai and telling her she should go on Twitch, but she already had a Twitch account. She already knew, right? And I'm like, why does this girl keep going on Instagram? She's going to get kicked off like 50 times. I remember that, seeing you, and you just kept persistent at it. Like, you kept going and you wouldn't stop.
Yeah. Well, starting the pandemic definitely, led many of us to D-Nice, and we hung out on IG all the time. And so that's where, that's where my original audience was. We used to hang out. Christina put me onto LV, and so we used to hang out on LV's IG. LV's IG. We used to hang out on his IG, and of course, getting kicked out. Eventually, he went over to Twitch, and then and so we went over to Twitch. And so that was the introduction, and it was not an easy, it wasn't an easy, like, hey, I'm just going to jump on. It was like, first of all, I'm already on IG, IG Live, all hours of the night. This feels weird. Am I grown up? And then we got over it. I got over it. And then it was like, okay, now we're going to Twitch. And it was like, why? IG's fine. IG's working great. I mean, you get kicked off, you come back on. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
So, and then eventually we go over to Twitch, and then Twitch was not the easiest thing for me just to get used to, because I was used to the IG interface. So, it took some getting used to on Twitch, and that a lot of folks just in conversation were like, oh, I don't like Twitch. I don't like how it works. Eventually some folks started to come over to Twitch. So, we had an agreement. I broke it. Coming over to Twitch, where were we? I feel like I'm rambling now. What was the question?
I forgot the question. I think it was, how did you kind of come? Oh, you were repeating so much on Instagram, like all the time. Pretty much how you moved over to Twitch. Yeah.
And so, that's where, we were all CQ, and CQ hung out on IG. Everything we did was on IG. Everybody that we interacted with did some kind of IG live, whether it was conversations or just being on lab, talking, Club Thug, shout out to Christina, Club Thug, rocking it there. That was just we just had such a good time on IG. So it was just like, why go to Twitch? But we eventually did, and Twitch was just a different game, a different ball game. It's just kind of getting to know folks. I didn't come over to Twitch with my DJ name. I made that account later. I was it's Mythai was my original Twitch handle, and then eventually I was like, okay, it's time to go ahead and set up my DJ channel. And so I would start to appear in different chats as DJ Mythai. So
how did you get the name again, Mythai? I think I missed that.
Yeah, it was so corny.
I like it though. Like, I like it. It's just like original. It's different.
It's kind of corny, but it's fine. I mean, it's mine. I'll say that it's mine.
Exactly.
I was just trying to figure out some DJ names, and I was just kind of like running some names by my best friends, and my one best friend was like, well, I like Mythai. It's like the drink. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to be known as a drink. So eventually I was like, I gotta make a decision because I gotta get started, get started streaming. I gotta make a decision. And eventually I was just like, fine, I'll just do DJ Mythai. And, it was kind of like, it's not my favorite, but it's easy. And it was kind of, kind of got a thumbs up from the besties. So I was like, fine, I'll just do
And it's
that.
original. No one else is going to have that, I don't think, that name,
I
Disco
think I
Darren says he loves it. He loves your name. I like it too.
do. Thank
Yeah.
you, well, Darren. I spelled it the way that I spelled it, obviously intentionally. So my personalizing it, my tie, your tie, my tie.
Hmm.
So that's why I spelled it MY.
Those paintings in the background, did you do those? Or did you buy
No,
them? Those are
one
really
of my
cool.
good
Those are really
girlfriends,
nice.
her daughter paints, and
Wow.
she painted this. I don't know if this is oil or acrylics or whatever, but she
Interesting.
painted this. Yeah. And she would post it on her IG. I have a couple of her paintings. One my daughter's trying to steal from me, but I will never let her steal it. She's going to give it back. But yeah, so yeah, she paints, and I just love her style. And then when
Oh,
when
nice.
she showed this, she says, she goes, "Well, it's not even finished." I was like, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah, I was trying to think of what else I wanted to do." And I was like, "It's fine. It's beautiful. I
Yeah, it
want it."
is. Yeah,
So,
it's pretty
yeah,
cool. So
yeah.
I'm curious too, you mentioned you had a daughter. How do you balance like motherhood, and then you also have your career too, but how do you balance motherhood and like DJing and streaming? Because it's a lot of work and
I
then
don't have,
learning everything.
my daughter is an adult. She can
Okay,
balance
so
her
it's a
own
lot
self.
easier. What does she think about you DJing?
What's that?
That's
What does
pretty
she think?
dope. Yeah, what does she think of you DJing?
Oddly enough, well, not oddly, but um, surprisingly enough, um, everybody around me were just so like supportive and like excited. Um, and it's just interesting because I've even gotten folks like, I'm just so proud of you, so in awe of you that you just went and you just did this thing. And I was just like, yeah, but I'm so surprised. I was just so surprised that so many people were just like, oh my God, really? That's awesome. And meanwhile, you know, I was judging myself um, um, through a societal eye, so to speak, thinking, what the hell are you doing, you grown human deciding to DJ? Are you kidding? And I had to get over that. You know what I mean? I was like, it's okay. Like, you just go ahead and do it. Like I said before, like I had to push myself over the ledge. Like, just freaking do it.
Yeah,
And
so true.
to go back full circle of the how I started, why I started. Actually, pre-pandemic, I used to say the most outlandish things to my daughter, and she'll just say, "Okay, mom." I said to my daughter, "You know what I'm going to do for my 50th birthday? I am going to DJ my home party." And she's like, "Okay, mom." Cut to the pandemic. Shout out to D Nice being uh, an influence and reminding me what I said to myself. I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm home. This is super cool. I did say I would DJ my 50th birthday. Now, when did you think you were going to start learning how to DJ? 2 weeks before your birthday? Like, when were you going to do it? And it just started to make sense. Like, if you plan to do that, you should probably get started then. So I went ahead and started to invest in myself, and I have not looked back. And I'm so excited to be here. I still have some years before I'm 50. Um, and I'm probably not going to DJ my 50th birthday now. Somebody else might do it at this point. But my whole point in doing that was like, you know, with milestone birthdays, people will try to do something like, exciting, or, my aunt had a big party and she had all these costume changes. She had a Michael Jackson or a Prince impersonator perform,
Oh,
and then
wow.
had me and two of my friends. We did an opening dance number to Diva because she loves Beyonce. So it was like this whole thing, right? And I was like, that seems cool. And then it just one day I was just like, you know what? When I'm 50, I'm going to DJ my own party. That's completely, no one would ever think about doing that. So that's, yeah, that's
That's so awesome that you're doing that. Like, I think the older out of the women that I've seen on Twitch is probably Lady DJ. I think she's 65. You guys correct me if I'm
really,
wrong. She has it on her profile, so if anyone wants to quickly check her profile to see. But I think that's so incredible, you guys. She just started learning and she has way more energy than I do. Like on her streams, she's just like, "Oh yeah, come on, Honeyflow, come on." And she's dancing everywhere and she's got the energy, like Jen or something. And
yeah,
and she's 65 and she just learned how to DJ. So, you know what? Life is too short. Like, it's like, do what
exactly.
you love, right? And if music or cooking or sports, whatever your passion is, if it makes you happy in life, then who cares what everyone else thinks, I guess, like just
Exactly.
do it. So I know people think it's ridiculous. I have also wondered that too. I'm sure people look at me and be like, "Oh, what the heck? You're this age and you're doing this." But DJ Jen says it's interesting. A lot of women on Twitch started in their late 30s and 40s, which is true. Um, I feel like Twitch is kind of like an adult playground. Like I talked to a
Yeah.
few people that were younger in their 20s, and they said, yeah, it's more older people on Twitch, which I think the DJ community, I think it is kind of actually. Would you agree? Like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all the way up to 80s tuned into us.
Well, that's what I love about it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I like too.
yeah, like our peers are participating. You know,
Hmm.
we're not on this app um, trying to be DJs for Gen A. You know what I mean? Gen Z. We're just here doing what we do with who wants to hang out with us and do it too. Hey, honey bee. That's a Gen
Hmm.
Z. Um, yeah.
Gen
And so,
B in the building. Burp, burp,
yeah.
burp, burp. I don't have sound effects, Gen B, but we
I love
love Gen
you.
B. She's very sweet. She's an amazing person. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, we
And a
got Portia
firecracker.
live at the building too. How you doing, Portia? Good to see
Where's
you.
the live?
Let's see who else is here. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think Disco had a comment. He said, I'm noticing a lot of people started DJing during the pandemic, hence the name, pandemic DJs, which is
Absolutely.
true.
Yeah.
I think a lot that I'm noticing online have just all bought gear and just
Yeah.
jumped in and started. But I feel like you've done a lot. And sorry, I didn't want to interrupt your last comment. You were also mentioning something. Do you want
I
to
don't.
continue with the comment? Oh, you
Nope. I have no
oh,
idea what it was.
okay, no problem. But I do feel like you jump in, and I think that's really admirable because a lot of people wouldn't do that. Being a first time kind of DJing, like you just started in 2020, then you did a show, and your show's getting better, and your voice is super strong, like on the mic. A lot of DJs can't really do that. They have difficulty, like they either stick to the music or the voice. But I feel like you have that it factor your whole entire show. Have you ever thought about doing like voiceovers or radio too? I see you and Sunnydae, like you guys would probably have the strongest female voices I've seen, on Twitch. Like your voice is like kind of like sultry and just smooth. Like you definitely give that Philly vibe,
Mm,
to people, and it's unique, even the way you look, which I think is great. That's what makes you. And I don't think there'll ever be a show like yours, right? But have you ever thought about doing also doing voiceovers or getting into that? Maybe radio too, or voiceovers?
no, you know what's funny? I took I think it was an acting class. Was it acting class? No, I think it was an improv class. acting class, one or the other. So long ago. And actually, the instructor said something similar to me. He said, it made me feel like such a tight ass. He said, I could see, I could really see you doing, like corporate videos and
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that doesn't sound like very artistic or fun or, it just is like, oh, okay. He's like, no, there's money in that. I was like, that's cool, but I thought I was cooler than that. Guess not.
Oh, yeah.
Cynthia Fong.
Oh, shoot. I just missed this. I literally almost missed this. Sorry, you guys. Wow. We got a power raid too from Cynthia Fong. I was like, what's going on here? Is something wrong with my laptop? I saw Melissa Dawn. I was like looking at her. Oh, I just saw her earlier today. And then all of a sudden I looked at this laptop. Wow. Cynthia Fong. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. Cynthia Fong is another powerhouse woman, you guys. She does a talk show as well. And, she's really great at the talk show she does, the questions she's asked. I study different talk shows and kind of lurk in the background, seeing Cynthia Fong. Thank you so much, Cynthia Fong, for the raid. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really, really do. And everyone coming in, we're actually interviewing DJ Mythai. So for all you guys that don't know, this is Mythai. We call her JILLY from Philly because she's smooth like that. I just finished interviewing DJ Sunnydae. And this whole month, you guys, I've been interviewing about 10 to 12 women. I'm going to talk about a surprise guest later that I'm going to be having on. Oh, gosh, I think it's next week. The biggest guest. I'm pretty nervous too. It's going to be fun and exciting because I've really looked up to her. So I will be announcing that probably a bit later. But make sure you guys add DJ Mythai right over here. She does a really dope show, you guys. Add DJ Sunnydae and feel free to add myself. The only way you're going to see our shows is if you follow us. So I do a talk show that Cynthia Fong just raided into. I also do a few music shows. I'm going to be doing a motivational show on Instagram and TikTok soon, sharing my personal story. So look out for that. But yeah, feel free to follow us. That's the only way you're going to see our shows, or else we're pretty much invisible on Twitch. So I don't know if you could see the chat if you want to help me with some shout outs here. Yeah. Wow. So many people.
Job said LA Great 808. Thank you for joining us, Cynthia Fong. Is that DC Polo Girl? Shout out to you. Welcome in. Bar Mixed. Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to meet you. DJ MC2 J Man. How are you? Welcome in. Make sure you guys are following Cynthia Fong, you guys. One and only B. Welcome in. Biggie. Black Girl Gamer, that's what I call her.
Yeah, Black Girl Gamer. DC Polo Girl.
Here. Yes, never been well.
Yeah, one and only B. We got Le Great 808. Sorry if I missed you guys. There's so many people here. We got Philip. We got Melissa Dawn. Jen B was with us earlier. DC Polo Girl. Everyone else, appreciate you so much. Cynthia Fong for the raid. Wow, totally surprised me. Totally surprised this whole entire week. And I just want to say happy International Women's Month and Day to all you guys in the chat. I salute all the women doing things, all the men too, and all the fellas here supporting us, but specifically to the women this month. I salute you guys. We wear many hats besides these hats. And props to all the mothers and or if you're single, whatever your situation is, props to all you guys, because I know every woman in this chat has a story and definitely wears many hats. So salute to all you guys. Happy International Women's Month. And thank you guys again for this powerhouse raid. Wow. Oh, thank you so much for the gifted sub too. I just hear it's, is it Pakna?
No.
I know. I tried saying it that way instead of the other way,
Yeah,
because I feel
we
like
know what it is.
my mom's gonna hit me in the back of my head if you know. So I'm gonna say it with a P because
Yeah.
right now I feel like my mom's gonna hit me. So your name's gonna be Puck now. I feel her hitting me at the back of my head right now. So, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Cynthia Fong. Appreciate you.
That's
So
hilarious.
let's yeah, so one thing I was going to say too, going back to you, because I know there's a lot of shout outs here, a lot of people in the room.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it clean. You don't understand, you guys. Like the reason why I turned out the way I did is because I got like severe beats growing up. I'm telling you, with my mom, like crazy beats as a kid. So I still feel that right now. So I'm trying to keep it clean. So, anyways, going back to you as well. So for all you guys that don't know, DJ Mythai just started DJing in 2020, and she's done so many incredible things, like not just DJing, but she started a show on Twitch. She's doing real-time gigs, and the biggest thing that I thought was truly amazing is you got on Soul in the Horn with Natasha Diggs. For all you guys that don't know how large Soul in the Horn is and Natasha Diggs, you got to look her up because she's doing so many things globally. Like she's a powerhouse woman, right? So to see you on there, I was literally so proud. Like when I saw you on that flyer, I was like, yes, like I was definitely cheering for you. I'm like, that is so amazing you got this opportunity, you know? So how did that happen with Soul in the Horn and Natasha Diggs as well?
Well, it was twice. So I'm just
Yes,
gonna say
twice.
that.
And it's going to be more than twice. It's going to be
Yeah,
more than twice.
I am hopeful. I am hopeful. The well, the first time it was so like it was the best thing ever. Um, so I got a DM from the Soul in the Horn account on IG, and it was inviting me to do it, and I was like, what? And I looked at the name, and on IG you can see at the top, in the chat, the people follow and all that, and I was like, is this looks like the real account? And I tap on it, and I was like, it goes to the real account. Is this the real account? And so it asked me to participate, and then I was like, can we chat? Because there was a lot of craziness going on IG. Like people were getting hacked, sending crazy videos, crazy pictures to folks. Like it was a lot of craziness going on.
There
And
was.
so I was like, well, if this is the real thing, then this person's going to chat with me. So it's like, okay, can we chat? I just want to get a better idea of, what it is. And I was in Louisiana, and I'm chatting. I'm in the bed in the dark, and he just calls me, and I was like, okay. Now you're violating. You're not supposed to just call. You're supposed to give a heads up. So I was like, I hope this is the right a real person calling me from Soul in the Horn, because I would be really freaked out if this was some weirdo.
Yeah.
Calling me from IG. I jump up and like pull my bonnet off.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Like, okay, here we go. And it's Deep Prosper, peace sister, and all this. And it was just like, oh my God, this is for real. And so he told me a little bit about it. And then before we hung up, I was like, how did you hear? Like, how did you even find me? He was like, well, I've been watching you. And I was like, what? He's like, I've been watching you. I like what you do. I think you'd be good fit. I was like, oh my God.
You're definitely a good fit because you got that vibe. You definitely have that vibe,
I love it.
that I could see what she's looking for. So did she ever come in, like you mentioned that something about a different ID. Did you ever see her in your chat? at
Yeah,
all?
she would pop in ever so often if I was on IG. She would definitely pop in once in a while, and then yeah, she definitely popped in. But yes, sir, Stirs. It was around. It was when I first started. Well, it was in 2021 when it
That's
happened.
amazing. I think
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was her because it was so long ago. You know, when you recognize a name, but it doesn't register when you're playing your show, like you're busy mixing. And
Hmm.
I don't know if it was her or not that came in on my show. I don't know. It was kind of embarrassing. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Natasha, where are you from?" "Oh, New York." It was like, "Oh, New York." Like I had no hot clue. But in my mind, I'm pretty sure I wasn't sure if it was her though, but I'm pretty sure I'm like, "Why does the name, you know how you're like the name sounds familiar, but you can't think, you're not putting it together?"
Hmm.
It's just like, I don't know. It's one of those stupid moments where you know, they're probably like, how do you not know who I am? You know, I did that to Dave Chappelle too. He came to Toronto. I started, as Jen says, yapping. I started talking to him. I had no hot clue it was Dave Chappelle. Like he probably has a story making fun of me today,
I love
you
it.
know. And he's like, I'm from New York, or like he's looking at me like I was weird. Like, how
Yeah.
do you not know who I am? But like when you're talking to so many people in a crowd, you're not gonna, they're in the crowd, you're not gonna know, you know. So I was
Yeah.
probably, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if it was her or not, but yeah. Anyways,
Well, that's
but
cool.
that's a cool story though that happened with Soul and the Horn too. So how did you feel when you were on that show? Were you super nervous or how did
Yeah.
that go for you?
Oh God. That's so fun. So, well, first let me say this. Um, what was so incredibly awesome about doing Soul in the Horn is that it stretched me and forced me to um, to force me to grow.
Got some dogs back there, guys, in case you don't know.
So a car just beeped the horn, and everybody must think that they're coming here. I guess I don't know.
Mhm.
Like Christina, yes, we were all so nervous. Um, so it forced me to really dig in a craze, you know. Shout out to Natasha Diggs, because the goal is that 90% of your set needs to have horns, hence Soul in the Horn. And so I had to go and dig and find songs with horns in them, and to actually sit and download music and listen to songs where there might be horns, you know, towards the end, or it might be horns all the way through, and what genres of music, right? um what genres of music, you know, disco, and what other, you know, where are you going to find songs that have horns? And the idea is that just do you be creative, um you know, but have horns. And so I really went on a journey to find so many songs with horns, and I put together my Soul in a Horn set, my crate that had so many songs. So a couple things about that. I was really grateful to have been able to been stretched that way. Um, Now, cut to the day of. Now, I held it in for so long because the first date I had to switch because of work. And I was just like, oh my God, he's not going to let me reschedule. But he let me reschedule, which was perfect. Um, and so when I finally had the official date, I told the best damn group chat. I was like, oh my God, you guys, you know. So I told them that. Um, and then so I was able to share. And so the day of, I'm like losing it. I'm like, oh my God, this is about to happen. Okay, I've practiced it. got my set list. Okay, how am I going to do my hair? All right, so I was going to do, big hair.
Yes, I love that.
Big hair. Well, I ran out of time to do my hair. And so I was like, oh my God. So what do? I just I pull out my black girl super pack, and I go to the hair store. I went to the hair store that was around the corner from me, probably about an hour and a half. Maybe hour and a half, 2 hours, I don't know, before I had to go live. Yeah, because I had to do a sound check with them. I did the sound check first, and then I ran to the hair store, which was around the corner, fortunately. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? My hair is a mess. So I bought
And this is in the morning? This is the morning of the
no, this
show?
is shortly before the show.
Oh, you left it right down to the wire.
Yeah, so I go to the store, and I'm just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I get me a girlfriend. That's what me and my friends call a wig. I go buy me a girlfriend. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get some hair, wear a hat. Okay. Got back home, assembled myself.
Yeah.
Put my little cap on, and then put my little jacket on. And I was like, okay, here we go. All right. Am I set up? Is my camera ready? Okay. Is my music ready? Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm just waiting. And I'm waiting. And then it starts getting later and later. And I'm like, oh my God. They didn't tag me in yet. What's happening? Oh my goodness. I'm nervous. Is my internet going to stay on? What's happening? Because it was Twitch. It was Twitch, and we were using OBS. That was the first time I had to use the OBS Studio instead of Streamlabs. So I'm like, okay. And then she gives me the word. It's like, okay, going live. At this, at this point, I was like, okay. And she's like, all right, you're live. And I'm just like,
oh, wow. That's crazy. That's quite the story. That's awesome.
I couldn't see anybody's name. I couldn't see the chat. So I couldn't say.
Oh, you couldn't? Could you see how many people were watching you or no?
I couldn't see any of that. I couldn't see any of that.
I noticed she does effects. Did she give that to you? You know how the video fades in and fades out? Like it kind of goes like this. Like it looks really cool. The effects.
Yeah, they do that.
Oh, they do it. They do it. I was wondering how they did that. I'm like, they must have some kind of video box.
Yeah, they control the whole stream. So they give you the key to log in, but they control the whole.
Okay, so they probably have some type of video box that does that. Because I was wondering how you did that with your graphics. You would kind of be fading in, fading out, and so they would have dancing guys like Soul Train type dancers or any kind of dancers going in and fading out. So you'd see like Mythai, but then you see her kind of fading in, fading out. Yeah. So by the way, this is off topic, but I was going to say, I absolutely love when you wear your hair out. Like I like every style you do, but like I love, love, love your hair when it's just like out, like it's so beautiful. And I just feel like it's just like a unique, I don't know. It reminds me of Philly, like your whole vibe, your style. So I'm like, oh yeah, her hair is really beautiful, really amazing.
Big hair is the jam. I love big hair.
Yeah, I love it. But then I'm like, oh, can you see your controller? Like sometimes, the hair in the coming to the front of your face, like
I can see.
But I feel like that suits it for the Soul and the Horn. Like, yeah, you're definitely going to be on a lot more. Maybe someday you'll be on stage with them.
I would love to. Now, when you talk about bucket list, that is one. Definitely to rock with Natasha Diggs in real life. So freaking awesome.
It's going to come soon. Mark my words, guys. Remember, I said it on this show. It's going to come. You got to put it out there.
It's been marked.
Yeah, and Stirs to Soul agrees with me. He loves your hair too. I imagine it to be her crown. Yeah, definitely. I
Thank you.
agree. Hey,
Me
DJ
too.
Brax, we got a model that just walked in the place, Mr. September, DJ Brax, right here. So I always call him that.
DJ Bragg.
He's on the firefighter calendar edition, in case you guys don't know DJ Brax. So make sure you guys check out his edition this month too. How you doing, Brax? Good to see you as well.
Captain.
We got Derek, DJ
Bam.
Sunnydae we just interviewed earlier, so make sure you guys catch the replay. Hey, we got Bam Bam. Good to see you.
Dabba dabba do.
Building. So that's quite the story. So how did you feel when you were like doing Soul in the Horn, like during your set? Like, did you feel like the confidence kind of took over the nerves? Like, how did you feel kind of the beginning of the set to the end? How did you feel?
I just wanted to get through it flawlessly. Number one. Number two. Oh, when I was supposed to end my stream, she was like, you're killing it. Can you go for about 15 more minutes? And I was like, oh my God.
That's awesome. That's awesome. She gave that.
Amateur moment. I'm running out of songs.
Shoot. Oh yeah, I'd be freaking out too. Like, what other songs do I have horns? How many songs did you get through? Do you remember? Was it about 80 or 100?
Oh no, not that many. But I don't remember how many songs, but I was like, oh my God. But I had some backups that took me through the end of it. But yeah.
Hey, Stirs, that's an excellent idea. I actually love that idea, Stirs. You gave us ladies an idea. We should have a Twitch calendar.
That would be awesome.
You know, like instead of a firefighter edition, we should have it. You know what? You gave us an idea, Stirs.
Yeah.
So hopefully you could be on it. Brax, you know, we got Bam Bam in the building. So we're gonna all have to talk to get this calendar started.
Yeah.
So then how did you feel like the second time you did it? Did you feel a little bit better?
I did. I felt a little bit better about it because like I had so many songs from before that I had done, just put in my catch-all crate that I was able to just kind of pull from there too. So I felt a lot better about it. I felt much more comfortable and all that. So it was good. Mm-hmm. It was really good. Disco Darren said something earlier that disco is definitely one of the easier genres to play when it comes to horns. So that is for sure.
That's true. Oh yeah, we'll get Disco Darren on it as well. So sorry, yeah. I'm balancing both now that you mentioned disco. But getting disco, the music. I'm thinking about the calendar that Stirs to Soul started as well. But you should really try to apply for like festivals in Philly. Like go big, man, and like I seriously think you should like apply for even that Soul Fest. You never know, just call, shoot your shot, shoot it bigger, and you just never know who's watching you on Twitch too. That's why I always say try your best. Like, know that you're not just in your bedroom streaming, but you don't know who's in your chat. Actually, I interviewed another person, I think it was K-Matic, and he said that a lot of celebrities and people are under different IDs and they're watching you, right? Or producers or music people, kind of like how Natasha Diggs or, her partner or whoever she works with found you, right? On Instagram. Like, you just never know. So I'm starting to look at it that way too with shows. Always give it your best show because you don't know who's watching. Yeah. So you should really look at some of the festivals in Philly and just start applying and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, that is definitely my long-term goal is to do festivals. I just love the energy of it. I always, envision myself in that space. Like I have moments where I'm just, I wouldn't call it daydreaming. I am setting my intentions and visualizing where I'd like to be. And I always visualize myself on a stage at a festival, just having a really great time rocking with the crowds. Stay tuned because it will happen.
Yeah, exactly. No,
it will happen.
You've also done a lot of real-time gigs, which I'm happy. You know, you've done a wedding, you did your first wedding, we kind of briefly talked about, and you've done quite a few different real-time gigs. Do you want to kind of mention what some of those real-time gigs were as well?
Yeah. Well, first, shout out to my sorority sisters because they made those things happen. I will definitely let you know, sirs. Um, uh, they definitely that exactly cushy. Um, they definitely made those things happen for me, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying about being surprised that so many people were like, "What? You're a DJ? That's so awesome!" And they were just like, "Yeah, I want you to DJ. I want you to do it. I want you to DJ this for me." Um, and so the first gig I did was for one of my sorority sisters' daughter's graduation. Um, and that was an experience because it was outside under a tent, but it was hot. And oh boy, did my laptop not enjoy the heat. So got a little shaky, had to reboot a couple of times. Fortunately, my speakers were Bluetooth. So I was able to connect my phone and play some music as well. Now, the thing that I've learned, that I've experienced, I'm not going to say the thing that I've experienced with the gigs that I've done is that a lot of times there's a lot of, there's some downtime in some of the, where people just aren't around. You just keep the music going, or if you just kind of play what you want sometimes. But just in a couple of gigs that I had, like there were moments where people had, like there were different spaces that people were in. So people were inside for the graduation party. The tent was kind of like the activity place where they had the photo booth. That I was there. A couple other like a couple other things, and so people were like in and out, but most of the adults were inside. The kids were inside. It was hot, but sometimes the kids came out, and that's why I learned. I don't know kids. I don't know kids. I don't know.
Yeah,
kids.
100%. They're demanding. I was going to ask you that, how you felt doing like your daughter's age, because some of them could be demanding, man. Like with, because we were all like that when we were younger
Yeah.
too, right? In terms of
Well,
requests, they want the latest thing. They get bored quickly. Like you got to switch it up, like switch it every minute or two.
yeah.
It can be a lot of pressure.
It was interesting because they, even with having the conversation with them with the exact music that they wanted to hear,
Hmm.
they still didn't dance. And I was just like, what's happening right now? I don't understand this. I don't know what's going on. But they really were just kind of hanging out with each other. It was only a handful of them anyway. So it wasn't like a party's worth of kids there graduating. It was just like probably a good 8 kids. So there was a little two-step here and there when a song came on, but beyond that, they were really just sitting there talking and going back and forth and in and out. So I spent a lot of time outside. Now that worked out for me, like I said, because I had to reboot my computer several times. But it was an interesting experience. I'll say that. And I got to DJ my high school reunion. That was the best.
Yeah, that would be so
That
much
was the
fun.
best.
Were they surprised? They must have been really surprised that
Well,
you DJ.
I don't know, because there was a whole committee of folks where they had to vote on who was actually going to DJ. So I didn't really just like they didn't just walk me in there, and they were like trying to get Cosmo Baker. I was like, "You got that kind of money?"
Oh wow, I know,
Well,
eh? Wow.
you definitely gonna have some money for me. So, but they chose me, and it was really like I was like, "Oh my god, this is so awesome! I can't wait." So, but that was another situation where I played the introduction like when people were arriving, but we had a band. There was a whole band that did full sets, and another one of my, and it was fun. It was cool because all of the performers, all the talent, were my classmates. So the band, there was one of my classmates there, and another person did. He had some. I guess he's a singer, so he did a few songs. But the band played through dinner, and so I came on after the band, which really left me like an hour ish to play. So I played 2 hours on the front end and the back end, and there was just really nothing for me to do during that time. So that was an interesting experience as well.
Were you even more nervous because you haven't seen, like, have you seen these people in 20 years? Like, have you, like, I would have been nervous doing a high school thing for
It
sure.
was,
And
yeah,
seeing
it was a
people
little
from high
bit,
school.
it was a little I was a little nervous because I definitely was like, oh my God, this is my high school reunion. It can't be whack. We got to have some fun.
Yeah.
And I came on right after the band, and my classmate who was like the head of the committee, she was like, so, we need to turn up. Because the band at some point, like the energy was just like, oh, And I was like, I got you. So it was good. Everybody got on the dance floor. They danced. They had a good time. And I felt good about that, So
Yeah,
the
for
wedding
sure.
wasn't, yeah. So
Aw. It kills to Xiaomi. Wow, that's you definitely have a unique username there. Kills to Xiaomi. I'll say thank you for the bit. I appreciate it. And everyone else that's come through on the show. DJ MC2 J Man, I see you as well. And there's a bunch of other people that came in. Soul Star that I missed. And so many other people that have come through. Thanks you guys for coming through, watching the Honeyflow show, learning more about DJ Mythai. Make sure everyone in the room adds her as well. She really is a great DJ person, and just her overall vibe is, you're never going to find that anywhere else on any other show on Twitch. I promise you that. And that's why I believe you got the opportunity for Soul in the Horn, and well deserved too. So you should be really proud of just all the things you've done. I don't see a lot of startup DJs, just getting out there, and they may do Twitch, but maybe not real-time gigs. So it takes an element of courage. What kind of pushed you, like, even if you might have been nervous, doing a real-time gig, like what made you say, hey, I'm going to just get out there and just do it?
Just that. It was, I didn't, becoming a DJ during the pandemic, didn't make me feel like I just wanted to be on Twitch. Like, I definitely, when I saw when I started to think about it, and those words of support from those around me, it's like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you should call this person, you should do this. And I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your confidence in me. But I do want to DJ real time. I'm like so many, a kid of hip hop, right? So I grew up, in that era. So I know DJs from, spinning vinyl in basement parties when I was a teenager, a preteen, the dollar parties, and the DJ, as I said and just many times before, the DJ just being the superhero, just rocking the party and everybody having a great time, but not really recognizing the impact that the DJ really has in that space. Mr. Drew UK, just not really recognizing the impact that the DJ really had on your night, or your, on your moment. And I hear that in spaces where people are having parties, and I've been in the rooms, in the meetings where people are having parties, planning parties, and they go through, okay, we've got to get this venue. All right, we've got to get some favors. And, oh yeah, we got to get a DJ. And whoa. It's not, oh yeah, we got to get a DJ. Your party is just a gathering of people chatting if you're not going to have a DJ. So, you know, the DJ is not the incidental to your event. Number
Yep.
one. Number two, you can't pay a DJ like an incidental to your event. And having been in those meetings prior to becoming a DJ, what people offered the DJs seemed like, oh, okay. And they took it. And becoming a DJ, I was like, oh, no, that's not, no, not with the investment, the time, you know, that it's going to take for me to spend in communication with you as a client, preparing the set for you, the drive time, setup time. Like there's a lot of time involved in really doing a real life gig. And the client doesn't typically know that. And it's not the client's job to know how the sausage is made. They just want to cook it and put it on the plate, right? But there is a cost. There is a time cost that comes with what we do, and I respect it. I respect that that time. So when DJs are talking about being paid or what they charge, I'm all ears. Number one. Number two, I'm really hopeful that I don't have a cringy moment where somebody's like, oh, you know, I'm this person asked me to do a gig for 5 hours and they're gonna pay me $200, and I'm like, why? And say no, because you're worth more than that. What you're going to bring to whatever it is that you're about to do is worth more than some $200. Think about whatever it is that they have actually created for this event and the money that they've had to spend. And you are not the afterthought. You are not the incidental.
Exactly.
And don't let people treat you that way.
100%. And even most people will say, oh, well, whatever, I'll just plug an iPad in or a laptop. I'm like, hey, be my guest, go for it. If you're going to do a 20 or 50 or $100,000 wedding and you're going to cheap out on the two main necessities, which is music and food, by all means, use your iPhone, you know.
Yeah.
You have to learn to kind of, yeah, like you said, know your worth and walk away. And it's good you're recognizing that earlier. And as a woman, you're going to see a lot in this industry. So you have to have your contracts ready and you have to be able to walk away. And even going through so many other DJs, you know, they may try to lowball you saying, oh, well, that's all we can afford. That's all we can do. But meanwhile, they're pocketing a few $100s or charging premium on top of you because you're a woman. So they're actually charging $1,000 and then you're getting whatever you're getting from that. Right. So I think it's good that you are also finding gigs on your own. I think as a woman, and I know some men might disagree with me in here, but I think as a woman, it is good to find, instead of going through so many DJ companies or other stuff, because you live and you learn in this industry, you know? So it sounds like, you know, the business side of things is probably from your corporate side, I would think. Like, you know it. So that's good that you're doing it. And,
that is the benefit of doing something like this as an adult and having had some life experience where you can say, I don't think so. You know, and keep it pushing and be okay with it. Because you know, and being able to think of ways to make your own way, you know, and do it the way that you will enjoy doing it. You know, I don't want to have to continue to um, handle DJing the way that I currently am, just because, life and adulting and all that kind of stuff, um, um, you know, has made it. I have allowed the life to make it so that I'm not spending as much time in the craft as I would like to, um, and that's for me to change.
Mm-hmm.
And that really takes exactly what you said, finding my own way, making my own opportunities. So,
Mm-hmm.
and as the weather begins to break, um, you know, that's where a lot of those opportunities are going to come from. Trey, Trey, Trey.
Yay, Trey! Burr, 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 burr. This is where I definitely need sound effects. Oh my goodness, I can't believe tonight. What is going on tonight? Like, is this a rainy day? Are they only showing Canadian shows tonight? Like, what's going on tonight, guys? This is amazing. This is 3 raids, you guys. J Trey. Thank
Trey,
you so
Trey,
much. Thank
Trey.
you so much, girl. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you. You guys, J Trey does an awesome show too. It's very unique, and she talks about plants and gardening and architecture, or I don't know if that's the right word. Maybe you could drop it in the chat. But she does a very unique show. It's actually very interesting. Some of the things that she's learning and what she does and how she puts it together and how passionate she is about it. That's one thing I love about checking out her show. So thank you so much, J Trey, for the message. She's definitely the dancer on Twitch and the personality, unique personality. Oh, she says inappropriate raid message.
I
Well,
love it
thanks for
though.
letting me
It is.
know.
It
Yeah.
is you.
Thank you so much, J Trey. Who else is in the building? Oh, it's Canada Day. Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, what's happening today? It's like Canada Day. It feels like my birthday with these 3 raids, like Cynthia Fong, Yo JD, and now J Trey. Wow. I'm really, really honestly, you guys, thank you guys so much for coming through. I really do appreciate all you guys. Seriously, I do. And 3 raids, I don't think I've had that in a very long time. So something must be going on or happening this week. I don't know what's going on, but um, definitely loving it. So we got Books, Brew, and Booze in the building. We got, who else do we have here? That's a unique name too. Hey, Diva929. So Diva929, you guys, I'm going to be interviewing. I got to work on like 4 flyers right now. I'm going to be interviewing her on Monday. And then I got a surprise like guest I'm going to be announcing. I'm really, really excited. So we got Diva929. We got Mistress Kush, Black Beauty, Diva929. We got DJ Mythai right now that we're interviewing. JILLY from Philly. Let's see here. Who else do we have?
DJ
I
Retro
don't know if
1990.
I don't know if I could say this name. Sensia Katner. Is that how you say the name?
It sounds like a good try.
Oh, okay. That's good. Because people say I name butcher. How you doing, Katner? So I'll only take a piece of their name and say it if I really don't know how to pronounce it.
Hey,
Aw,
sugar.
Jay Trey, that's super sweet. Thank you. I mean, you may not want to ask my friends about that because they don't say that about Honeyflow often. They see the real. I mean, I do give my real side online, but they might, I don't know if they'll say I'm the nicest person, but if you see anything nice in me, it's definitely not me. It's probably coming from him. If you see anything remotely nice in me, then that's definitely, I can't take credit for that. But I do appreciate you saying that, J Trey. It means a lot. This girl Xtina's like, happy birthday, Honeyflow. Thank you. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I missed anyone here. Oh, we got DJ Retro in the building. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. So thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys are all adding DJ Mythai again from Philly. And if you're feeling this tonight, I do a talk show every Wednesday night, doing a motivational show on Instagram and some music shows. So Make sure you guys follow us, because if you don't follow us, we're pretty much invisible on Twitch. That's just how Twitch is working these days. You'll never see the shows visible. It's kind of like the algorithms or something. So definitely make sure you follow. Let's see here. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, I know I don't want to keep you too long. Do you have a few more minutes, DJ Mythai? Or yeah?
I do want to answer Derek Tuggles' question. I don't know if he's still here or not. He asked if Steve and I would be doing our battles that we used to do. That the picture that you saw, Honeyflow, when you were talking about our facial expressions. Yeah, so that's Steve Russ, and we used to do, our little battles. And they were so fun, super fun. And it's been a really long time. I know I've been part of the holdout because I just been working like a nutball. I've been working so much, and just haven't like coordinated to do it. So my dog is just a needy little bugger who needs to be up under.
Yeah, sounds like they're babies, like kids. Like you have a lot to handle. Oh, geez, what's going on back there?
Yeah, that's the other dog who's frustrated. So she makes noise like how they, how I used to see prisoners on TV when they would take their bowls and rattle it across.
Oh, wow, they're smart. They're smart because they want your attention, right?
Yeah, it's like she's just banging.
So you say that you're busy. I don't know if you want to say what you can do, what you do, like in real time. Like some people want to keep it private, so it's up to you. But I just find it fascinating what people do, because sometimes when people look at you, they're just like, "Oh, you just DJ? Is that all you do?" Like at least here, people could be snobby about it, and I'm like, "But I don't need to say what I do in real time to you." Like if I want to just say DJ, because people perceive they treat you basically what your job, if you have a high job, or if they consider it's just DJing, like they almost consider it lower. So I purposely just give DJing, and I don't tell people what I do. But for you, I find it fascinating, like kind of what you do. So if you want to share it, you can.
Well, here's the funny part. J Trey, I feel like that's what I'm doing right now, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna say that next time someone asks me a stupid question like that.
So it's funny that you say that, because at my job, none of them could ever in a million years think that I DJ. And I say that because we had a staff meeting and we did an icebreaker, and we did 2 truths and a lie. And my one truth was I was in a DJ battle. And so, no, the one lie. And then the truth was something else. And so everybody's like, okay, well, what's the truth? And then, somebody said it correctly. And they were like, yeah, because I could never see you as a DJ. Not at everybody in the whole meeting was like, yeah, because not you, not a DJ, not you.
That's crazy.
It was so funny.
That's awesome. So they found it out. They found it out you were then, right?
A couple folks, I did say.
That's awesome.
But it was hilarious.
It's so good that you could split your name though. Like me, actually, maybe I shouldn't say that online. Never mind. Like I'm saying, in employers, they know everything I'm doing, which sucks. Because I used to keep it separate for many years, but then I put on my card my full name, and now it's just like attached. I can't get rid of it on Google. If anyone knows how to get rid of that on Google, let me know. But it's been brutal because now everyone knows everything I'm doing, right? So an employer is either going to really like it, or they may just think it's unprofessional. Like I've been told, that it is unprofessional. But if it's a passion of yours, then why is it different from liking sports or boxing or like anything else, right?
Yeah.
So, but you're lucky you could keep it separate. So what you do during the day, I don't think you mentioned that yet.
I did. I'm in the tax business.
Tax business?
Yeah. We do taxes over here. Yeah, actually lead a a VITA program. VITA is the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program through the IRS, and they actually give grants to various organizations to host free tax preparation sites with volunteers. And so,
Okay, cool.
well, Christina did VITA in college, and so so the organization I work for, I lead the tax program. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, and the reason why I ask you is because sometimes people
For now.
they're just like, oh, you're just a DJ, that's all you do. But there's a lot of Twitchers, guys, that, they're either teachers, they're doctors, they're professionals, right? Graphic designers. I know a few was like lawyers fighting against human rights, like around the world, like Dub Kush. I had no idea that he was fighting, like he fights real high profile cases for human rights around the world in different countries. And I would have never known just watching his show, right? So it's just interesting, um, like that people use music as an outlet and a passion, but yet they're also career focused. We have teachers in here too. I don't know how some of you guys aren't fired. Some of the ratchetness I see online. I don't know how you guys don't get Googled, man. I wouldn't even get it. I wouldn't even
We keep
get
it
my job
separate.
out here. Yeah, you keep it separate. You guys are lucky, man. Maybe I'll steal someone else's name that's like an angel, like Portia Alive. She looks like it. She seems very sweet and she seems like an angel. Maybe I'll take her name. Or like this girl, Xtina, maybe.
She is a CPA.
She looks like a bookworm with her glasses on. So she looks like a little angel with her glasses. Or you know what? I'll take a mod's name. I'm going to take Steph One Love. Then that way no one will know, what's going on. But don't you find it interesting? Like, I don't know if you've ever gone out and people are like, if you just mentioned the DJ thing, if people, because you're fairly new, a couple of years, like, but have you ever had anyone do that to you at all?
To say, oh, you're just a DJ?
Yeah, like,
Um,
or
no.
any situation or anything. And also like being female, like it's pretty recent for you though, being in this industry, but just being a female, have you had any like interesting situations too?
No. I have not. I've had just good experiences. But I was also hired by women. All of my gigs, I was hired by
Oh,
women.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Mhm. So,
Wow.
so that's different.
Yeah.
Actually, I did my last gig before this year was a retirement party. Um, my 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 high school best friend, we had not been in contact for years until the reunion, and then shortly after, um, she and her siblings were giving her dad a retirement party, and she reached out to me and asked me if I would do it, and I was like, heck yeah. um, but there was a guy there who was like, man, I love it when I see women DJs. Like y'all are so like y'all are just different. You don't get the recognition you guys deserve. But I love it when I see a woman DJ. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. And actually, at the graduation party I did, the person who was running the photo booth actually went to college. We both went to the same college, and um, and she was saying to me, she was like, I just don't know a lot of women DJs. Like it is so rare to see that. And for me, coming from this Twitch world, I'm like,
Which
I see
I
women
know,
DJs all over the place. You
100%.
guys aren't looking hard enough.
Oh, you're gonna get that a lot. Like that's why I say use that to your advantage. Like you're literally gonna stop the room when you set up, and I'm sure every female DJ in the room can relate. Like if you're
Yeah.
doing a real time gig, the minute you pull out your speakers, like everyone's mouths are dropping. Even if you do a mall event, like I would have people tapping people and pointing like you're some foreign like alien,
Yeah.
but use that to your advantage too, because you could charge premiums. People want to see it's kind of like seeing a female boxer or you don't really see that often, right? Getting in the ring with
Yeah.
all these guys. So definitely use that to your advantage too, and charge premiums, because DJ companies will charge a premium off of you as a woman. So just do it yourself. And another thing I recommend too, I don't know if you have, but Google DJ companies in your city, see what they're charging.
Yeah.
Like here, I found out, and I was shocked. The pandemic has shot up, like, guys, for all DJs, whether you're female or male. I'm telling you, go in your city, Google the companies, and you would be shocked the amount DJ companies are charging. Like, I think for 2 hours in Toronto, downtown Toronto, it was like $1,000 for a corporate event, and it was just these guys were just eating their, crackers and cheese and wine, just background music for 2 hours, $1,000. I nearly fell over. I was so shocked
Yeah.
because I didn't really see those high prices before the pandemic, but now, and they won't budge. Those DJ companies will not budge, right? Because of fuel going up, carrying equipment, driving downtown, unpacking, reloading. Like, it's a lot of work, right?
Yep.
And when I did one event downtown, I remember I felt like maybe I lowered myself a little more after I found out how much they're being charged. And they even felt bad. They came back to me and said, "Hey, how much do you think you deserve?" Right? And they actually came back and gave me I was shocked. It was like a blessing. They gave me $200 extra. They're just like, I said, "Well, what do you think?" I put it back to them instead of me. And they probably knew that, hey, we got a good deal from her. So they're like, "Okay, we're just going to give you this. Is this good enough?" And they gave me way more than expected,
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
Shout
so
out to
definitely
Portia
do
Live.
that.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Portia Live. That's awesome.
Oh,
How you got
wow,
your
Portia. I'd love to see you too. So message me if you do come to Toronto. I would love to see you. Have you been to Toronto? Mythai as well?
No, I want to
Oh, you
come
gotta come.
and
Yeah.
do Carolina with you. That
Yes, you
sounds like
gotta
so
come.
much fun.
I hope you guys all come, and then you'll see a different side of me. You guys will see a different side in real time. So, but you should come, and I hope I can make it to Philly too. Like, I would love to meet you and see what you're doing. I think it would be truly awesome too.
Get you a cheesesteak.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll look at that Soul Fest you were talking about, because that was on my bucket list. That, and also and Louisiana. Did you ever go to the Essence Festival? That was on my bucket list too.
I went in 2018.
Oh, 2018?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to 2018. And funny enough, D Nice was DJing, and I didn't even realize it.
Oh, you didn't even know?
I didn't even realize it. Nope. I don't think I was even, I think we might have gotten there after the show started or something. But obviously years later, during the pandemic, found out that D Nice was the DJ for that show. And I was just like, we were there. I didn't even
Wow.
realize that D Nice was the DJ.
How many people did you meet from Club Quarantine? And when you were in D Nice's page on Instagram, do you see a lot of them that moved over to Twitch? I'm surprised he doesn't need to move to Twitch, but I'm surprised he's also hasn't added it.
Yeah. I remember being in one of his streams and he had mentioned like he thought about Twitch, but IG is just so it's just so easy, and they made concessions for him, whereas he did not. He doesn't get cut off when he is streaming, because that was the issue. And D Nice was getting cut off. And then at some point they stopped doing that. But I do remember him saying that one time, but then the G just never said it again. And IG is just generous with him um, for streaming. So everybody just goes right. Yes, Flag City, where they would just shut us. They would just shut you down on IG. They would give you that flag. It's like you're reaching your limit for recorded music, and then you try to switch it up, and the next thing you know, it was over. Okay, I didn't know he had a Twitch account. Tuckles.
It's so frustrating because I don't understand the whole copyright thing. I know a lot of people can go into it, but like DJs, like, promote so much of their artist, all these artists out of their own time. So I could understand if they're like small local artists, but if they're artists like Beyonce, they're already making like billions or millions of dollars. Like, I don't know, it's just, they get so much, like there's so much money involved. It's like DJs are actually supporting. If you shut down all the DJs, then what, like we're also helping in the process with all the artists, right? And most of the time we're not getting paid for it, for all the hours that you stream, the time you invest into it, right?
Yeah.
Every DJ in the room has done that, like has really spent countless hours, we can all agree, on all our shows. So I wish they would give us a platform that's better. Have you looked at the Kick platform?
No, I saw that. I just popped it open when I saw that comment when you were talking to Sunnydae. But I haven't dug into it or anything. But I'm like, oh, it looks like something to consider. So, but I have a Mixcloud account and SoundCloud account.
SoundCloud? How do you find that in comparison to Twitch? I don't really like the emotes and the stuff too much, but I find a lot of people are in the chat. Mixcloud or SoundCloud?
I haven't used my Mixcloud account yet.
Oh, okay.
A lot like that one. I set up most of those when once I got Soul in the Horn, they wanted all of your account platform names or whatever, and I was like, I gotta get some extra ones. So
you're like, here's my LinkedIn, Soul in the Horn. Take my LinkedIn, take my Facebook, take everything.
Right. Yeah, like I literally was like, well, let me create a Facebook. I hate Facebook, but I was like, let me create a Facebook real quick. And I was like,
we're live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook and YouTube.
Hey, Facebook,
by the way.
I still hate it.
I know. I feel like everyone's quiet. Facebookers, send us some love. Put a comment in the chat. YouTube. I feel like it's very quiet, but the thing that's interesting is even when you think no one's watching, people are watching. Like it's been completely quiet on my Facebook, but keep in mind Facebook and Instagram are now together. So only 2%. So you guys could be posting all day, doing all this hard work, but it only shows to 2% of your friends list. Did you guys know that? So you're thinking, oh, how come no one's responding? What's going on here? Like no one likes it? What's the deal? Oh, okay, now I got one. I guess someone is listening. Christina. Oh, come on. It's this girl, Christina. Come on. Here I thought, oh, wow, this is exciting. We got one Facebooker. You know who this is, you guys? Now everyone Google her government name. We have it here. Christina Fernandez. Google her. She's trouble out of Boston. You know who that is? It's this girl, Christina, right there. You got me excited for a second. But keep in mind, don't get frustrated, guys. Only 2% of your audience sees your information. So if you're looking up health, then you're going to get stuff from your friends that are into that, but you're not going to get, and Instagram's, I've noticed Instagram does that a lot too now, that Facebook took over. So really not everyone's seeing your information. Oh, this girl says, you missed my comment earlier. I'm the least famous person with my name. Sounds pretty famous to me.
Yeah,
so
I think so.
Exactly. So what would be like your favorite genres pretty much that you enjoy like playing? Because you play a lot of different genres of music.
Which I love. I absolutely love that I've gotten an opportunity to dabble in so many different genres, even country. Even country, but I absolutely, gosh, sometimes it varies by the day. Depends on how I'm feeling on any given. Some days I'm like full out reggae, dance hall, and other days, obviously, I'm like house. You guys know I could always do some Afrobeats, Amapiano specifically. Like I love Amapiano. Sometimes, sometimes I'm just feeling like A good R&B set, you know, some real good vibe, like some of the newer artists, or um, just like some old school R&B, like. And I haven't played this yet, but I will. But I love like the '60s groups, the doo wop groups. You know, I think Tuggles put in the chat one time when we are talking about Philly, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, like those. I love those groups. One song comes to mind that my mom used to sing all the time. I did one set where I was talking about being in the back seat of my mom's Granada way back when in the 80s. And every Sunday, we had our DJ on the adult station, and his name was Butter. And he
Okay.
would play oldies. He would always play the oldies. And my mom was like, the oldies, we got to listen to the oldies. And of course, as a kid, I want to listen to rap, or, I want to listen to my music. I want to listen to Whitney Houston or something. And, it was always the oldies. And, songs, The Temptations, how sweet it is to be loved. That song, when one song always pops into my head. The song is Cowboys to Girls. And it's just those types of songs. Like, I love it. I love it. I love that era of music. So, obviously the Supremes and um, Patti LaBelle and the Bells and all that kind of stuff. Like, I really enjoy that.
Yeah, there's so
That,
many.
yeah. And see, Cushy knows. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
You haven't done rock, right? I haven't really done rock too much at all. Like I
Yeah.
have to play that out for 50th parties here. Like you play
Yeah.
everything, right? But I
Yeah.
haven't really done that on Twitch. I might give it a try, like a rock set, like something totally outside the box different.
Yeah.
Um, have you ever had DJs? Like I've had DJs on here say, "Hey, don't go that way. You're going to lose your crowd, or it's just not going to be, popular or whatever." I feel like you got to play with whatever, I don't know, whatever you feel, whatever's in your heart to play. But what do you think about that? Is it going too far off if you're going to do a rock set or country or whatever it is?
I don't operate on Twitch in that way. Um,
Hmm.
I just, I think too it comes from how I started, and D Nice as the model. Often, all the time, he always says, "I get to play what I want. I get to play what I want."
Yes.
And
Yeah.
me starting the way that I did, I get to play what I want. And that is definitely a lesson I learned in terms of DJing in real life versus being on Twitch. That was a real lesson. Um, but I get to play what I want on Twitch, and so I don't have this super ginormous um, audience anyway who tunes in. So if I want to play rock, I'm going to play rock. And
Mhm.
if folks don't want to listen, then they're not going to, and that's fine. And I think that I appreciate that um, I don't have such a huge um, audience right now that I am that I limit myself to what I play. I love that. I love DJs who's, and actually Fro just made a post about this, about DJs who introduce you to new music, and I love that. Like, isn't that one of the points? You know what I'm saying? Like, introducing people to new music, or introducing you to old music that is now new to you. A B-side that you may not have heard in 1993 that you're hearing now, and it's like hitting, like it's so awesome, and you're like, how did I ever even miss this? you know So I love that. And of course I love the classics and the things that we, that we all know, that we all can sing together to in a crowd, you know what I'm saying? And when Mary starts singing, I'm going down, everybody has their air microphone and singing I'm going down at the top of their lungs. We love that stuff too. But introducing new music or different music, you definitely will lose some people because some folks are just like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, yeah,
I want to hear what I know.
yeah.
And that has been part of my experience in real life too, where so many people just want to line dance. And I'm just like, are you kidding? You want to wobble again? Like,
You sound like Vader Mix. He says he can't stand. I love watching him because I want to be at his real time gig because I find it
yeah,
hilarious. He
yeah,
hates playing line dancing music, but that's all they dance to. Like all his videos are line. I think it's kind of an American thing though. I love it. Like I wish we had that here in Canada. Like we do
yes,
have some line dances, but I have to admit, we're not as cool as you guys are. We just aren't. We're a little bit nerdy, Well, I can't speak for all Canadians. Maybe it's just me, but
yeah.
like we're not as cool. We don't have the lingo. Like what was it that you said the other day? We down like the four flat tires
For
or
flat
something?
tires.
Yeah. So I'm like writing this down, you guys. I'm literally writing down Mythai saying, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. We down like four flat tires, like when she said that to Jen. And then there was another one I messaged, I put a comment on your page. What did they say about the shoe or the shoe box? I don't know if you saw that
Oh,
comment. That was hilarious. I loved it. I'm like, why don't guys say that out here? We don't say that in Canada. I think
yeah,
this is an American thing. And it's true, we do notice this difference. Like it's like how you notice differences when you go to the UK, right?
yeah.
But you guys generally have your line dances and I don't know. I see that on the boat cruises, you
You're
know.
right. You're right. And I makeup. What do I make up,
And I
Christina?
feel like there's a lot of characters like when you go
I
down
do make up.
south or
Yeah.
Atlanta, like people are dancing, they're singing, like they don't care. They don't care what you think. They'll tell you their whole life story at a bus stop. I'm like, oh, I need to move. Seriously, I like it.
Come on down and join us across the border.
I know. Why don't you say what you so in case you guys are wondering what we're
Oh
talking
yeah.
about, DJ Mai Tai said something the other day. You could repeat it. Like I thought it was hilarious, and the shoebox comment. That was funny.
Oh yeah. No, well, we were on the Honeyflow show,
Female panel.
yeah, on our panel, and just sharing about each other. And when I got to Jen, I was like, we down like full flat tires,
It's
and
so
so and
funny.
Honeyflow was so tickled by that.
Yeah, I liked it. It's cute. We don't say that here. It's so boring up here. Come on. We have like no expressions. We don't have any of that.
Yeah.
And then there was another comment that this guy wrote on my ties page because I guess she was all like, I don't know if you're feeling yourself or whatever. You're
No.
like, hey, I look good. I look, or whatever. I don't know. What did he? I
It's
saw
just
the
part of the
video.
answer.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, you're just like, oh, yeah, like I'm feeling good. And what did he say to you? What did he say about you?
Um, what is it? Let me see. I
It's
think
cute.
it was it was uh Christina Tuggles at Gen B. I know when me and Steve were doing one of our battles, and he was calling me brand new because I had just gotten back home to Philly, and he was like, "You back home to Philly? You brand new." And so he called me. He said, "You fresh out the box, brand new." So, but what was funny was randomly the next day I had seen a meme of this little boy inside of a box. It was brand new, so I posted that. It was so funny.
Oh, I
So
thought he was calling you brand new because you're like fresh, like you're all like going in the video, like you're all like,
no,
hey, look at me kind of thing. And then he's like, yeah, you're brand new, like a pair of Nikes outside of the box. I'm like,
yeah,
they don't say that up here. I'm like, we're so boring, you
uh,
know. We
yeah,
just say yappy, like DJ Jen's like, I've never heard yappy in my life. Honeyflow, you sound like a valley girl. I'm like, I hate to break it to you, all Canadians sound like Valley girls, including the men. Okay, any culture of men, including Caribbean men, Indian men, whatever kind of man, they all sound like Valley girls with us. Trust me. If you hear any Canadian, go on any Canadian show. And I did get a post that excited me. Jenny Ward. She says, "Hi, Honeyflow." So she's listening on Facebook. So we appreciate you, Jenny. The one person that tunes into me. I wonder if she's a Twitcher. Are you a Twitcher, Jenny Ward? It's going to excite me even more if you're not a Twitcher and you're just coming from Facebook. So thanks for joining us. And Antonio, good to see you as well. It's been a minute.
Jen.
It's always good to see you.
Jenny Ward is Jen Honeyflow.
Sorry? Oh, really? What?
The disappointment is hilarious. She's
Are
like,
you serious?
You knocked the wind out of her sail.
Man. Jenny, come on. I'm like, who the heck is that? Like, I'm going to be calling her Jen for the rest of her life. I didn't know. Oh, that's her government name, guys. Would you guys stop doing that? Seriously. I'm getting excited when I have someone message me on Facebook right now. And then I'm realizing no one's listening to me on Facebook. They don't care. You know, they're still fighting over COVID and the pandemic on Facebook still right now. So they say Facebook is for old people. So I guess, well, I shouldn't really say that because we're live to Facebook. Hello, Facebook. But they have said to us, Facebook is for old people like us. So I left. I just post and leave. I guess all the cool kids are on Twitch, right? You guys are messing with me. Stop saying hi to me through Facebook. I'm feeling like now I don't feel special. I don't feel like anyone's listening on Facebook anymore. Okay, so Psycho Beat Down says you need to hydrate. Do you have a drink?
Yeah.
At all? Okay. Cheers. Cheers to you as well. And stop messing with me, guys. I can't believe that's your government name, Jenny Ward. You don't look like a Jenny Ward to me.
That is so funny. So Portia Live said she should do have a piano set and translate. Hey, Portia Live, could you please? Listen, I love a piano, and Portia Live is South African. I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
Oh, that's hilarious. Jen B says Facebook is for 65 and older. Oh my gosh, Jen B, you're gonna get me in trouble. You know,
whether you're 65 or not,
I'm streaming.
65.
I'm streaming from Facebook. I just actually had an 85-year-old want to book me to DJ for her 85th birthday.
Yes,
like, I thought that was pretty amazing. And she's spunky, like she's very spunky, you know, like a Diana Ross type of character. So I'm pretty excited. Thank you so much, Psycho Beat Down. Thank you so much for those 101 bits as well. I appreciate you. Can you guys stop it? You're messing with me. Now I get another message off of YouTube. I have no one looking at my YouTube. I don't even know how YouTube works. But I will say, you know, the female panel that we did, everyone in the room, we had over 1,000 views. That's amazing. Like 1,000 views. I think we had close to 700 on Twitch, but off of Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and other devices, it's other apps. It was well over, I think it was about 1,040, which is amazing. So,
wow.
Yeah. Christina, stop messing with me. Everyone Google these two. Christina, you have their full government name, you guys. So make sure you Google them on LinkedIn and stalk them. And also Jenny. I can't believe I got that excited over a Facebook comment and it was Jenny Ward. You have her government name, guys. Google her and interrogate her. So we are definitely going to be wrapping up. I know you're not fun. I don't like you, Christina. Don't worry. We will Google you and get you in trouble with your workplace. And then you'll end up like me, you know, trying to keep everything PG. You'll end up like me with my name attached to everything.
So Christina will never be PG.
I know. Actually, Christina was when she did an interview with me. I'm like, who is this girl? Like, who is this?
This girl is
Same,
Christina.
same with Jen. I'm like, who are these people? They're acting like angels. That's not how they normally are. I'm
Yeah,
like, why
that's
are
who
they
we
acting like that on my show? This is weird. It's like I'm like a mother or something. uh, this
Yeah,
girl
right,
is,
Christina. We know how to act.
she says, I know how to. Yeah, you guys switch it on and off. I don't switch it on and off anytime. I'm just, you gotta, whatever, you know. Oh, there's a million Jenny Wards. I can't believe I didn't recognize your picture. Wow. So if you guys have any last minute questions, like really last minute, drop them in the chat for DJ Mythai.
Yes, it's this girl, not that girl, Christina. This girl. Also, Tuggles, you won't see me at CQ3, but I send warm wishes and 3 2-steps.
Aw.
Do
It'll
a
be so cool if we could all get together in one place. I think it would be such a vibe. We're all kind
Yeah.
of a bit all different, but I think we'd all be about the shenanigans,
Oh
like
yeah.
all of us together. So we hopefully you guys could make it to Toronto, like Caravana is pretty crazy, but yeah, any other time, let me know, you guys, if you want to come down. So again, make sure you guys add DJ Mythai and of course DJ Sunnydae I had on from Baltimore earlier. And I think we're going to also wrap up too. Did you? Oh yeah, you ate your salad. I was going to ask if you
I
ate
did.
anything. Okay, yeah. And thank you for sticking around this long too. I didn't think we'd go on this long, so I appreciate it. It was fun. Looking forward to so many more things, so many more open doors for you. I really do believe that for you. So keep applying, keep trying, like getting out there. And I know you're going to get a festival. Like I just know it. So
I
just,
receive that.
yeah, just keep trying
Receive
and
it.
remember us little people too, when you get the festival, like,
Little.
make sure I am actually little. I'm only 5'1". So make sure
Wow.
you give us some tickets, some backstage tickets.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That would be so dope. I just
Yeah.
The festival, when I get the festival, I'm telling all of y'all.
You're going to get it. I know you're going to get it. Definitely apply for the Soul Fest, and you should reach out to some of the artists too, like even the ones you went to see recently.
Yeah.
Reach out to those venues that book those artists and see, right? Give them a demo, show them what you do on Twitch, and and then make sure you get us tickets when you get it.
Do all those things, but get the tickets.
Exactly. That's all we care about. Get the tickets. Get the tickets. Exactly. So we're going to see who is live right now, you guys, who we could kind of rate into. Actually, it's kind of interesting. I do see Soul and the Horn on. I don't know who it is or what they're doing, but it's kind of ironic they're on. So I was thinking of maybe rating them. I haven't rated them yet. Let's see here. I was kind of looking for a female, like just because, just to support the ladies, International Women's Month. And if you see anyone, actually, maybe I'll have you look too. If you see anyone, let me know. I thought DJ Lyris was on. I would have liked her too. She's great.
Miss Vegas is on.
Let's see here. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I've rated into her yet. How about we do Margulis? I think she's really great. Do you know who that is?
Nope, but guess we're going to find out.
Yeah, she's super dope, and I think people appreciate it. With I think Vegas has a lot of people in her room, right?
Yeah.
So Margulis, she's such a great DJ, you guys. I think she's from the West Coast. I know she, so I'm just looking right now. I think that would be good to check her out as well. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. And I just want. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you guys for hanging around. I appreciate you for sticking all this time. And thank you, Honeyflow, for having me and allowing me to share. This has been a blast, and
Yeah, it's been a lot
really
of fun.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. Make sure you add for sure DJ Mythai before she gets too big on all you guys. Make sure you guys add her because this girl's going to be busy. I'm telling you, you better add her now.
Thank you, guys.
And okay, so the raid has started. And one quick thing, you guys, I got a major announcement. I will announce on my show. So on March 22nd, I'm going to be having Jay Chalet on my show. She's killing it. She's doing really big. She's got close to 1 million followers on Facebook. She's killing it on YouTube, Instagram. She's not only a DJ, she's an influencer, a streamer. She's someone I really, really look up to. Like, she was one of the first females I started watching from Facebook. So I'm super excited. But I'm going to try to play it cool. But I'm very, very excited to have her. And I'm just honored that she said yes to my show as well. So if you guys don't know Jay Chalet, you better definitely Google her. So that's going to be March 22nd. I'm also going to have Diva929 on Monday. So I thank her so much because she switched with me last minute because Jay Chalet travels like the world and only had that date available. So big props to Diva929 for changing it. She's going to be on my show 9 p.m. this Monday. Jay Chalet is coming up, and Mistress Kush and Black Beauty are coming up at the end of the month. So that's, I think, 11 females that I interviewed. So thank you so much, DJ Mythai, for coming on. It's been so much fun with you as well. I think the raid just went through. I'm going to try raiding twice because sometimes it doesn't go through. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't take it. But thank you so much. It was so great. And I hope if I visit Philly, like, you're not too busy, I hope I can connect and see you as well. Yeah. I'm going to look at the Soul Fest. If tickets aren't too much, I may just get a ticket on my own. If you go, I'll definitely link up with you.
I have to check out some of these other festivals because I feel like there must be a Soul Fest, and I don't know about it because the Roots Picnic is
yeah, that's the one I want to go to. And there's another one in Detroit I was thinking about driving to. It's with like Escape. It's with like 10 different 90s artists. Wow. Like Escape, High Five, Tevin Campbell, Blackstreet. Like, it's a crazy lineup.
That's everybody.
So, yeah, I should send it to you guys if you're interested.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not in Philly yet, but they may start adding tours, So
yeah,
we'll see. Yeah, but thank you so much. And we'll definitely see each other in these Twitch streets. Thanks for sticking around so long. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Hi again. Bye, Jen.
I'm trying
Bye,
to
Honeyflow.
Did everyone rate out? Okay. See ya. Take care. Bye.
Love you, Jen.
See you guys.